I know I end up losing you guys on my way home, so. But I just got done with the doctors. Yeah, Shane's okay. He's done with YouTube due to a bunch of toxic stuff going on YouTube. Um, so he deleted his channel. But yes, he's physically fine, healthy. Him and Crystal and everybody's fine. But yeah, that's why I decided to do the live this morning, because I know a lot more people come in this time of day than they do during the truck stop. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew what was going on. So, but I hope everybody's having a good morning. I'm running late. I should have already been home by now, but my doctor was an hour behind today, which that happens. But I will apologize, because I will end up losing service. So, oh, you're very welcome, John. You're very welcome. I mean, I'm going to try doing the morning show and see how it goes. I know a lot of people look forward to, Shane. He definitely made a positive impact on a lot of people's mornings and lives, and everybody looked forward to his morning coffee shop. And good morning, Emily. How are you doing? Hang on one second, guys. So, I don't know. Hopefully my phone won't overheat. But if it does, just be patient. I will be back. Takes me about 20 minutes to get home. Hi, Taylor. How you doing? But I tried doing this live one other time in an area where I have a heck of a lot better service and for a lot longer. And of course, my phone overheated within like 5 minutes. And then I said, well, I guess I ain't going to do it that way. And I was almost debating whether to just go through YouTube side and do it that way rather than do StreamYard, because it eats my phone quick. Good morning, Ernie. How's it going? Hope you and Chrissy doing good. I'm doing good. I just got done with the doctors, and I kind of want to laugh about it, because I took 10 days of antibiotics, which, typically that should decrease your white blood count. But in my case, it actually increased my white blood count. So that was, yeah, that was a little strange. So it's referred me to go to a hematologist so that they can do some blood studies and try to figure out why my white count has stays elevated. I was so sorry to hear that, Ernie. My prayers go out to you and your family. And unfortunately, I can't drop the link. So, like I said, it takes me about 15-20 minutes to get home. So, I know my phone will cut out eventually. But just be patient. I'll get right on back on as soon as I get home. Yeah, my blood count has been super high. Like, it's not supposed to be over 10. And in April, mine was over 19. So it's hard. Um, they have no idea what's going on. But hopefully with the hematologist, they can figure out what's going on. Good morning, Brokeback Bob. How's it going? Well, at least this way you can see a little bit of my countryside here in upstate New York. Most of the area around here is all farmland. And we do have some pretty colors going on. Thank you, Ernie. I really appreciate it. Thoughts and prayers to you and your family. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing? Actually, I'm gonna pull over up here, so I can jump on the YouTube side quick and drop the StreamYard link. So hang on one second. I ain't doing this while I'm driving. Way too dangerous. So hang on one second. Hang on a second, guys. Alright, there. I got that drop now. So that way, if somebody wants to come up, the link's posted in chat. I'll just have to figure out how to do it from my phone. So how's everybody doing today? And I'll touch base more on Shane when I get home. It's I just want to let some more people come in to see if anybody else is gonna come in and go from there. But again, I will lose service. But I will get back up. I'm about 10 minutes from home right now. Yeah, I drive crazy, Ryan. It's like I'm in a race car. What's up, Brian? Trying to get but it's not cooperating. Can you guys hear me okay? Good morning, Miss Rebecca. Alright, I wasn't sure. I had to turn my AC on, so hopefully my phone will make it to that without overheating. It's already hot. Well, there's some other area where I live. Definitely not near any type of city, town.
What's happening, Tasha?
Not too much, just driving crazy, you know. Race car driving.
Oh, just this.
At first, it wasn't even going to let me come up on my phone.
Huh, that's weird. Who's this coming up? I'll let them up. Welcome in, Wayne, welcome in.
Hey, up.
I am co-hosting with Tasha today.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yep. Because,
I'm probably going to cut out here just so you know.
Yeah, no worries.
Hope that's how you my buddy Ryan.
Don't forget all. Say again.
What's the time zone over there?
The time over here is just gone 3 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
3 p.m.
Get my earbuds here working.
Oh.
I got to get my earbuds working.
Try again, Wayne. Are they working?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, I'm using my earbuds.
All right. Welcome all as co-hosting with Tasha, and I do have some sad news, but Great Farmer Freelance has officially quit YouTube, and he won't be coming back.
Oh, okay. Did Tasha lose a signal?
Yeah, because
Ryan?
she's driving.
Oh,
Welcome in, Danny Days. What's happening, Danny? But yeah, it's a shame that you've gone, Shane. But you do what's best for you, mate.
hmm.
You will be
Yeah, when you left,
sadly missed.
yeah, he will be.
Yes, it is. It's tragic. Oh, wrong one.
I guess he was having more problems on YouTube, huh, Ryan?
Yes, cut a long story short.
Well, I talked it over with his family, and they decided he was going to go. Shane.
Does anyone know how we can? You'll have to speak to Tasha about that one. Squirrel, welcome in. Don't forget, all type the word art, and Nightbot will drop your link.
I'm using my other phone. That's why I'm on live stream. The other one I wouldn't use.
Ah, got you. Welcome in, Mark. We've got 9 wonderful people in the house.
Hey, Mark,
Good
how you
morning.
doing, man?
Good morning to everyone coming in, especially wherever you are in the world.
Mine's 10:04 a.m. there, Ryan.
Yeah, just gone 3.
US time.
Welcome in,
Eastern
Stephen.
Standard.
I'm helping Tasha out, and this will be a frequent thing. Welcome in, Stephen. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up for that. Say again, Wayne.
That's Stephen Batten.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen, how you doing, bud? I'll get the comments in myself. I'm walking around my darn kitchen right now.
Yeah, no worries.
I will use my computer. We're gonna have some badass weather over.
There we are. If anybody wants to come up and join us, I have just Tasha already pinned it. Welcome in, Elliot. Welcome in.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, good
man.
morning, guys. Tasha.
Yes.
Thanks,
Good morning,
man.
everyone. Looks like Tasha's almost home. Yes, you better get her coffee ready.
Oh, hang on.
Jamie?
Sorry.
No worries.
I forgot to close that browser out.
Yes, that's absolutely right, Danny.
I just now woke up 20 minutes ago. I heard about Shane. He's quitting?
Yes. Yep. No, he's gone. His channel's not there. You won't find it.
Wow.
And,
I hate to hear that.
Like what I say to everyone, you do what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody know if any one thing caused it, or just a number of things?
It's a numerous thing. It's best you talk privately with Tasha, and she will fully explain what actually happened. But yeah,
I got you. I shouldn't even ask that. Waiting on my coffee to get going here.
What coffee you got? Is it like a bean or is it grounded?
It's grounded.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you made it strong this morning, Elliot, to wake you up.
Yeah, I need some. Is my audio okay, Ryan? Not.
Yeah, you sound fine. Am I sounding okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Happy days, because I didn't test it when I came up. I hit that join button.
Yeah, I hate to hear that about Shane.
I know.
A lot of people liked him.
But yeah, it's a shame, but he's done what he's had to do.
Yeah. Good morning, Backwood Hillbillies, Corner Clubhouse, Squirrels.
What are you doing?
Who's there? Backwoods Boy, Small Engines. Good to see you guys. Yeah.
Got 12 wonderful people in here and 13 thumbs up. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. Who else is in here? Ropeback Bob, Stephen Baton Blogs, Batten Blogs. How do you pronounce that? Do you know, Brian?
Bat.
Okay.
Stephen Batten.
Okay. Got you. Stephen Batten Blogs. Good to see you this morning. Emily, here. Yeah, I had to go to the doctor's office tomorrow. My brother actually wanted to come pick me up, which is strange. He wanted to do some shopping, and I got back home and conked out.
Welcome in, all. Welcome in.
Yeah, sure.
The link is there if anybody else wants to come up and come and join us for our morning live stream on Art and Adventure with Tasha, as me as co-host. We've got Elliot up here and custom screens printing.
Yep.
Do not forget, type the word art and Nightbot will drop your link. Yes, that is correct. Yes, that's right, Johnny.
Looks like it, Johnny. Steve, the pleasure angler, joined us earlier too.
Welcome in, all. I only found out about the news this morning myself when I was speaking privately with Tasha, and it was a shame. But anyway, Shane, you will always be my Canadian brother from over across the pond, Commonwealth. You keep mentioning to me. I know he's probably listening. I don't know, but if he is, yeah, big time.
He'll be missed.
How's everybody doing in the chat? Good morning to you. Get your cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever you want to drink, and come and join us for the morning show.
The one to you too, Ryan.
And you too, Wayne. What time is it over there?
10:09 a.m.
10. Got you. Yeah, it's just gone 10 past 3 p.m.
Private Ryan.
Is Tasha switching over her phone to her laptop?
Private Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Instead of from General Squirrel.
Back road. Okay, call them out.
Oh.
Steve, the pleasure angler. Good morning.
Good morning.
There we go.
Hey,
Sorted.
Tasha.
Right, Tasha, I'm going to kick that person because I don't know who it is. Can she in the basement?
I don't know who it is either, so boot him.
Well,
How you doing, Tasha?
all right. Take it easy, Backroads Hillbillies. Oh, sorry,
Have a good day, Taylor. I'm doing all right. Hauled my butt to get home. Johnny Small Pepper says it was him.
All right, okay. I didn't know. Sorry, Johnny, when I see it.
I'm on my phone, Tasha, so.
Come back up, Johnny. I didn't know, mate.
So, do antibiotics. Weight count went up instead of down.
Okay.
So,
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
my doctor don't understand why my blood's doing that, so they're gonna send me to the blood doctor, and go from there.
I knew a lady years ago, back in the late 90s. She always had blood count problems or platelet issues or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't remember what caused it?
Well, that's why I got to go to a hematologist because they actually can do a blood smear. They can look at your blood, under a microscope more in depth and stuff like that.
Right.
So, as a lot of everybody knows, Shane has deleted his YouTube channel. I do have his email and stuff like that, but I am not giving it out to anybody because I don't want people bombarding Shane with messages. Because it's gonna, end up making him feel some sort of way, and I don't want that to happen. This was his decision as to why he left, and he has to do what he feels is best for him. And I don't think that it would be fair for people to just start bombarding him with emails and messages and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just say I'd appreciate if people wouldn't message him. If he comes back, he comes back. If not, we'll just continue on like we normally do. I know it's not the same. I'm gonna try to do the morning show and see how it goes. If it's not something that I want to continue doing, then I'll just stop. But I'll still do a live and let everybody know. I'm not gonna just not do it because I don't have a community page to let people know.
Right.
So for now, I'm gonna do the morning show and see how it goes.
Hey, Tasha,
Well,
if you need someone, let know. I'll put you on my community page if you want me to let everybody know what you're doing. I have one.
all right.
And
Yeah,
I got that
friend,
logo all done too. But it's all done.
I got a friend. He does that for me. He does that for me sometimes. Posts for me on community page.
Welcome back, Mr. Becca.
I thought you were mad at me for a minute, Tasha. I kept saying hello, good morning, and you didn't say nothing.
I couldn't hear.
Okay.
Like once I got a little bit closer to home, I lost all my sound. You guys can see video, but I couldn't hear anything.
I got to head out. My daughter decided to come by and pick me up about 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Kind of wish it's raining out here now, and where I'm at. Kind of wish it wasn't this weekend.
Yeah, I think Johnny Smallpepper is driving now.
I am. I'm very curious. And I'm going to ask a question, and I don't expect an answer unless it's fair. Was he being threatened?
No, he was not being threatened. It's just, as everybody knows, there's a lot of toxic stuff on YouTube, and a lot of people end up leaving. The part that got him, is he was a member of quite a few channels, and he had done super chats. He was members of people's channels, and there were a couple people that were 100% unappreciative of him doing so. Never got a thanks, never got anything. And if they didn't see him for a while, they would message him, hey, I'm going live. Just to try to get him to come in there and drop them a super chat, which is ridiculous. If somebody's dropping me a super chat, you bet your sweet ass I'm going to say thank you.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a 99 cent, 5 cent, it doesn't matter. I'm going to, mention them and be like, hey, Johnny, thanks for, the super chat or the super sticker or whatever it might have been. But I'm not going to just completely freaking ignore people and not show any appreciation to people that are doing that, being you are monetized. And people, do look up to monetized channels and stuff. Hi, UK Medic. How you doing? So that was part of it. And that part, that's part of, what was getting toxic. And then
That's plain out rude, Tasha. When you go in there and do do that, and people don't speak to you or ignore you like that.
But guys, you
Dirty.
do realize everyone here that's listening and everything else, that when people are insecure, they take a person who's trying something new, and any success whatsoever is going to be met with falsities, hate, deceit, lies, innuendo. It's all going to be met with that, because there's a lot of people out here that this is all they got.
True.
And it's, for some people it makes total sense, right? If you have a disability or something like that, it makes total sense, because you get to do things on here through other people.
I'll show you.
But if you're going to do anything worthwhile, and that includes the guy that I'm on here for, and I had no idea. I typed in his channel name today, and it was gone. And then the only person I thought would come up was Tasha, and there's her alert for the first time ever on my channel. But anyway, what I wanted to express to everyone is this is natural behavior by predators, bullies, thugs, whatever it is, natural behavior that they're going to conduct, because that's what they got. That's all they have. And that is being threatened. And I don't think he was threatening anyone, to tell you the truth. So my point is that it's very natural, and I expect Shane to come back after he has a chance to think it back and through. But sometimes I took a 7-month break from YouTube, and it was the best thing I ever did. I came out alive. And then after that, I became good at what I did. Well, fair. So just everyone here needs to not be saying, whoa, he's gone. He's not gone. He's going to come back. But he just needs to find where he's at as a person to fight this. And when he does come back, you have to understand we're all going to be here. No one's leaving anywhere.
No.
And that's what I want to tell the group here today.
Well, yeah, nobody's leaving Shane. I'm not, Shane's one of my
Shane's not
friends
leaving.
in the
Shane
whole
will be
world.
back.
You know what I
Shane
mean?
will be back.
I mean, I'm praying that he comes back. And I mean, him and I have had many a personal conversations about what's going on here.
Yep.
Good morning, Ashley. How you doing?
I just wanted to give you my opinion, because I've been through it.
I agree with it.
He is too good of a person. He has too many qualities that a lot of people look up for. He needs to just take a break, because YouTube is one of the harshest environments ever. Just take a break, because
Yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff goes on YouTube, like you're talking about, Johnny. Even on the reloading firearm side, there's little things always simmering, jealousy. Because if you start doing good on live streams,
Agreed.
You can sense it. I've actually went on, created some live streams in the past. I'd say about close to a year ago, at the first of the year, and actually said what I was going to do, and had other channels that I knew that I was friends with copy everything that I said I was going to do on my channel.
Exactly. So you never tell anything you're going to do on your channel.
Yeah.
You just do
that
it,
was
right?
another part of it too, is that people were taking his ideas.
And that's common, boy.
Flattery is the
What
highest
he
form
wanted
of
to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just taking it from what he messaged me as of right now. I don't think he'll be back, and you can't hear a voice in you know what I mean, like a text. But I know how Shane speaks when he's talking about certain stuff. So as of right now, I don't think he'll be back. I don't know. I can't say within 100% that he's not going to come back. He may. I hope he does. We had awesome shows and awesome times together, and lots of fun with everybody, no matter truck
Yeah.
stop, no matter his morning shows, no matter whose live it was. We always had a lot of fun. And to me, Shane brought a lot of that.
Jen and Steve, to answer your question right by here, I haven't come back. I'm not coming back. I'm just here, and I've limited myself. I left myself, so I'm just here to support Tasha, and I only go on her panel and limited people's panels. So no, I haven't come back. I might be on panel, but
so you're not going to produce content. You're just here as a subscriber.
I'm not even a subscriber. I'm just here to come on Tasha's panel.
I think that's the smartest thing anyone could do on YouTube right now.
Yep,
I want
agreed.
everyone to hear that.
Yep.
It is this monetization nonsense has created you know how much money I made the first 2 weeks? I made 3 cents. Now that is driving people to make positions that are non-civilized, right? So that, to me, I was on a show last night talking exactly about doing that same thing, Ryan, because you have everything that everyone seeks, which is happiness with friends, but you don't have to deal with any of the nonsense.
Exactly.
Right.
Totally agree. It's just getting really ridiculous, like we said, with all this monetization bull crap, and everyone's in a rush to do it. They think they're gonna get paid thousands and thousands.
And
and what you make a couple of cents.
Me and my guy that helps me on co-hosting, you all, we was doing a live stream, and he brought a guy in, and I won't say any names. He brought a guy in to on our show and introduced him to our community. He winds up starts streaming too, and then winds up blackballing us, me and my co-host.
Oh, he's not doing it.
After we brought him in,
No.
It was nice to him.
Can I tell everyone here what my honest opinion of that exact situation is?
Go right ahead, Johnny.
Keep your circle extremely small. Don't tell anyone. You just do it. You don't take you let people come in and earn their way up, because everyone here wants to help the community, and you can. But everyone out here is for themselves, and even me, I'm out here for myself. But everyone knows my actions are different, right? My actions are community based. But you have to earn that right to say that before you say, "Oh, I'm community based." So it doesn't surprise me that you said that. Does that make sense? I mean,
totally, Johnny.
I told someone in confidence the other night, this is a big channel. And I told them, okay, so have you seen X, Y, and Z yet? He goes, yes, I am starting to see it. It's full force.
Yep.
And I said, I'm going to give you some advice here. Don't tell anyone your plans. Don't tell anyone your plans. You map out your success and you just do it. And you're going to fail. But what are these people going to tell you on your channel when you're mapping it out? Oh, don't do that? F them. Yep. Every one of these people on this panel has made a success of themselves despite what everyone told them to do. Their friends, their family. Because if your friends are living in an outhouse, where do they want you to stay? They want you to stay in the outhouse, so they're not there alone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's, I'm done. I'm off of my soapbox. What I'm hearing here is exactly why I do my stuff and I don't tell anyone. Number one, it doesn't put you in a bad situation if you're honest. And 90% of the people are honest on here, and 10%, I don't know where I'd throw them. But anyway, that's my point.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree 100%, Johnny.
But for the people, guys, for the people that we've all vetted, I'm telling you why I think Shane's coming back in time. Because Shane has been struggling. I could tell that because his energy wasn't there because he came back too early. He came back too early. You need months off of this platform before you find your inner soul back, and before Shane's animal instincts take over and he comes back, and he's going to be fearless. He'll have a plan, definite plan, and he's going to go at it, and he's just going to keep day after day, step by step, same as usual, but better than ever.
Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to navigate this BS on here too. I mean, you really, even like you say, when you do a show, don't tell them what you're doing.
Yep.
Keep things to yourself.
Right, and the other thing too, guys, I hear people, oh, I only have 3 block channels. I have 400.
Wow.
I have 400 block channels. You know why? I go to the people causing all the bullshit, and I block them. Then I go to their last 3 videos. I block everyone on those MS channels. Because everyone that's on their channel that's tolerating that crap is going to bring human pollution to your channel, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And if you allow that to come to your channel, that's going to pollute your community.
Yeah, exactly, Johnny.
Anyway, that is how I deal with it. And I'm actually having a show on a very important topic that's very key to this whole group. And I'm not on here for it. I haven't even set the date, guys. But my point is that this behavior, you can solve it, but you've got to be aggressive at it. You've got to go at it, and you've got to push it over the ledge. You can't give it you can't give it quarter in your home. You can't give it quarter in your home. You can't apologize for it. Like, for instance, on my channel, I give my people 100% authority to kick anyone off and do anything they need to, no questions asked. Because if they feel any disrespect meant to anyone, they need to have that. And you know how many attacks I've had on my channel? None. Everyone knows they better not try it.
To do what they need to do.
Yep.
I don't worry about it.
I've talked to them.
They're a moderator for a freaking reason. Granted, like I said numerous times, I watch my chat constantly. Whether I'm on panel, it doesn't matter whose chat I'm in. I always watch chat regardless. Because somebody might have looked away for a minute, might not have seen it, and not, you know what I mean? And the host can't always watch, especially a lot of people, you know, have anywhere from 30 and up, sometimes hundreds. And there's no way you're sitting there watching every single thing that scrolls by. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Janet.
Morning, John. Good morning.
But my thing is, that's why my lives are drama free. You know, and if you got a problem with somebody in my chat or on my panel, then sorry about your day. Don't bring your bullshit in here. Because you're gonna be removed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I block them on my live stream.
I
hadn't been live streaming in months.
Troll.
And you know, when you're a parent, right? You have to go, or you're a teacher. You've got to go very hard up front, and then you can back off. But you cannot go easy up front because you can never gain that back. What you say has to happen up front, and that way it stops. But if you allow it, or you're worried about it, then anyway. Like Tasha, I've never seen a problem on your channel.
Me?
Maybe you had one. I never saw one. Yeah, I never saw it. Maybe I came in a little bit after you started, but I never saw any of that. I've heard about it, and I'm going to get some. We all know we're going to get it. But
I really haven't had any problems. I've had a couple, people want to come up, and I made that one mistake of letting a person up, which Wayne knew. So then I just banned them. And that was definitely a troll because the channel that I banned, when you ban them on StreamYard, it'll actually say the channel name. Well, the channel name didn't match the person that was coming up. but I'm still leaving it there.
I get
Because
on
it
my
shows you that.
on my streams. I get a little bit of porn occasionally. We do in the firearms community. Get smacked
Oh,
on the side.
that's everywhere.
Mhm.
Do you put it on subscriber mode only? Because a lot of that goes away.
No, I've never did that. I got several moderators that's really fast, and they just
Okay, good.
we just knock them out.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, it's a sad day for me. I'm in the middle of 18,000 things, guys. And I wanted to call up and reassure everyone that this is a natural process. Getting your ass kicked and also being victorious are not individual processes. They're the same process. And that's where Shane is right now. Shane is in the middle of it, and he hasn't figured where he is yet. When he does, it's over. He'll do great.
Okay, Tasha, did he hide his channel or did he delete it completely?
Fully deleted his channel.
Yeah, okay. Once you hit that button, there's no coming back.
No.
You will lose
I
all
deleted
them.
mine too when I left. I deleted the whole thing.
Yeah, because you got two options. You can either hide it, they let you keep your channel, but it won't basically be gone. But you can still have it back. But if you click the first one, which is permanently delete, Google will delete that instantly.
No, it's permanently deleted.
My channel got deleted accidentally. It was I actually started on YouTube with a channel probably in 2011 or 12, and been on it years. I was grandfathered in everything, the URL, monetization at one time, and I had to start all over here about a little over a year ago.
That must have hurt like hell.
Oh yeah.
I've been there, done that. Do you know what I mean? Because I know how he feels, because it's just the way YouTube and the world works at the moment. And
I tried everything to contact YouTube. You know, they have no phone. They don't want you calling them. And
they have got an email. Now the email they don't give out to low channels, but I have got it saved on the computer.
I emailed them and asked for help. You know, get my channel
to
back.
be honest, unless you're monetized, that's the only time they probably help, I'm guessing.
Figures.
Yeah, I think so too.
Could I throw something out here for the last thought before I get off of here?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Now's the time everyone's got to hang together and do not listen to bullshit.
Yeah.
Stick together, period.
Agreed.
Because that's what Shane will come back to, period.
Exactly. CNC Farms. That's absolutely right.
What did CNC say?
Everyone I've met so far has been great. So great.
A lot of good people on here. That's a shame. There is a few 10%, 3%, whatever it is. They're
Jen and
horrible.
Steve said, I love listening to your philosophy, Pepper.
Well,
Johnny,
it's because I got...
Oh,
okay. Because Shane is exactly where I was. He came back too early. And you when you come back too early and you try to force yourself into the YouTube again, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I agree.
No, it doesn't, because in total, I took my 6-month break. That was the best thing I ever done.
Yep. Guys, I'm going to run for a little bit. I'll be back in chat. Just know that I appreciate all you guys. And
you too, Johnny, brother.
Yep. Okay. Peace, guys.
Later, Pepper. Yeah, he's right. I don't always talk like what he's saying, but I do know what he's saying. It's even in my community, and I mean it's kind of simmering. You know what I mean? They act like if you go in a side chat, they go, "Oh, hey, our brother," but guess what? They won't even send me a friggin' link for a show, even though we're supposedly friends.
There's been one actually 2 people that I've ever draw. Normally I do the sticker, like super sticker or whatever the hell it's called. Now they've had like 40-50 people in their chat, and anytime anybody has ever dropped anything, whether it's a sticker, whether it's a super chat, no matter what, they always say thank you. I'm sorry, but if I went into somebody's chat, even now, of people that are monetized, and I don't care if they had 5,000 people in their chat. If they're not acknowledging it, then guess what? I'm done with you. Point blank. Unsubscribed, blocked. I'm done.
Now, did he drop super chats and was ignored, Tasha, or was he just like joined the channel? Which
No, he joined channel and he dropped super chats and got no recognition and no appreciation for it.
That is so.
And then, people would only contact him just to have him come in their lives to drop frickin' super chats, which is bullshit. And that's part of the reason why it got toxic for him. So-called people that, you think are friends, and you're doing, your best to support people.
Yeah.
The best
and
that
for those
when it comes down to it, granted, yes, it's your channel and it's your content, but you would not be where you are if it was not for your subscribers. And I don't care how many you have.
Yeah.
Yep, that's absolutely correct.
Sailing, fishing, and I mean, there's more to it. There's some stuff that came out of bad channels, found out that they should be in jail and not on YouTube. So that, was kind of a shock. And stuff like that. And then with the whole being unappreciative and being thrown under the bus, I hope he didn't think I threw him under the bus at any point. I don't think he did. He knows I'm a ball buster, so.
I knew something was going on, the way he was talking when he disappeared for a while. I just didn't know exactly what was happening until now.
And for those coming in, as you know, Great Farm Freelance has officially quit YouTube for the new viewers, people coming in, which is a shame.
Yeah.
And like what I said, when Tasha was driving, Shane, if you're watching, you will always be my Canadian brother, like you always say to me, for the UK or across the pond. Shane, if you're watching, it's up to you what you want to do, mate. But you will sadly be missed.
Oh, definitely. I was crying last night. I have a hard time not crying now. Good morning, Vicky.
You're not the only one, Tasha. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't find anything out until this morning.
Yeah,
it's true, Nitro. I agree on that. I've actually said it in live chat to my side chat. I said, without you, I don't even have a show. It went back when I was streaming regular. And I do morning coffees. I did morning coffee sporadically, at least once a week for off and on. And some of my morning coffees I took down. And
Nitro Freak, it affected me because I only found out this morning.
Well, I didn't want to bug you, yesterday because I'm like, well, he didn't respond, so I know he's probably sleeping. So I wasn't going to keep pinging, Discord or whatever.
No, it's fine.
I'm like,
Backlash, no. I'm co-hosting with Tasha, which keeps me limited because I don't go on many people's panels, only Tasha's and a couple of other people.
Good to see you, CNC Farm. Have a good morning. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Let me get my coffee. I'll be right back.
But hey, everyone. Shane, I'm drinking weight coffee for you this morning. So I didn't have time to make it this morning before I went to the doctor's. Well, I wasn't going to make it at 6:45 in the morning.
Oh, hell no.
But we'll definitely be here for Shane, no matter what.
Yep.
Whether it's 5 minutes from now or 5 years from now, he's still going to be my best friend, and I'll still welcome him with open arms. Yes, Backlash. I'm going to attempt to do a morning and a night show. Just so we have the morning show and the truck stop, because I don't want the morning show. I'm not going to restrict who can come in, because a lot of people that did come in the morning show are not over 18. And I know that Shane, didn't have it restricted, so I won't as well. But as far as the truck stop, that's a completely different story. I mean, granted,
That's
it's
why
still a truck stop, but it's a night truck stop, so they won't be ran the same as far as the content. No, you don't, Vicky. But he did say he was deleting all social platforms. Like I said, I have his personal information, but I will not be giving that out to anybody. Because I'm not
because when you were driving earlier, Danny was asking for information to get in touch with him.
Yeah,
Danny Days. Oh, I seen it. Okay.
I tried saying, because I unmuted myself, but I didn't know if anybody heard me say that I'm not giving anybody his information.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, I would appreciate if people didn't contact him, because all it's going to do is bombard him and put him into a mindset that he definitely doesn't need to be in. He should be allowed to just walk away and do whatever he wants to without. He wasn't bombarded by messages prior to YouTube, and I don't think he should be bombarded by messages now. And I know everybody wants to reach out, but just leave him the hell alone.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing happened to me.
If I ever, stepped away and only a couple people knew that I did, I hope people would be saying the same thing. Don't message her. Just let her be, or whatever. So.
There is the link. If anybody wants to come up. I don't know if it's pinned because I haven't checked YouTube, Tasha. Did you pin it?
No, I didn't pin it.
Okay. The link is there if anybody else wants to come up and join us for the morning show on Art and Adventure with Tasha. Tasha. Elliot, I'm like a kid with this microphone. You know what? The sound of the bloody thing.
Yeah, he sounds
I feel like a radio disc jockey.
Mm-hmm.
My morning name to Veronica.
Okay.
Well, I'll be there. I'll be in the shows too with you, and I'll probably end up doing I usually do a morning coffee between 12 and 2:30 Eastern Standard Time when I do one. Even though I call it coffee, morning coffee.
What's your time?
My morning coffee is at 2:00. Sometimes. So I do one, and
I said, what time zone is Elliot?
Eastern Standard.
Eastern Standard. Okay.
Yeah, I've been lucky in the firearm side. A lot of good people. But a few little, like you're going through over here. But when I started out, when I had even 100 subscribers, I had 20 to 30 people on in my side chat during my shows. So I was lucky.
I don't know why, but it wasn't until yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Nitro likes to go on rants sometimes. Because that's how Nitro is. He's straightforward to the point. He don't sugarcoat a damn thing.
Right.
But I don't know why after getting Shane's message and listening to Nitro talk and stuff, and then a certain person came in and was trolling him and stuff like that. I don't know. It just made me realize that sometimes rants are enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Later, A1 Fishing family. Good to see you.
Have a great day, A1. Thanks for coming in.
I miss my morning coffees. I basically got used to watching Shane, and then time I'd sit there for 2 hours during his, I didn't do mine anymore. I just stopped it for a while. And my co-host too, he's up there in Tennessee, and he has no signal, no cell phone signal, no internet signal. He's my admin.
My ears were ringing. I heard somebody saying my name.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't until yesterday that I actually appreciated your rant.
Straight talk.
Because sometimes I was, to be honest, I'm like, seriously? We're still talking about the same freaking thing that we talked about a month ago. But then yesterday with everything, I'm like, you know what? I can actually appreciate his rants.
There's a reason why I rant about the stuff that I do, and sooner or later people see it. It's easier. I could tell you like this: in all the years that I've been in YouTube, I've been one of those people that have dealt with tons of drama. And for those of you out there that don't know me or my channel, I'm a very forward, outspoken person. I have a lot of people out there that love to watch my live feeds because they can appreciate my forwardness, my realism. I hold no punches. I tell it like it is. But on the flip side, that offends a lot of people. And a lot of people don't like that. But I'm just one of those people. I spent my whole life in the military. I'm not used to hiding what's on my mind. It comes out. Either you like it or you don't. But sometimes you'll find that you gotta rant about stuff. You gotta kind of let people know what's going on, what you're dealing with. Sometimes it can be a help, but a lot of people will look at it as drama. You shouldn't do it, but more and more every day, more people are listening, to my channel, seeing what I have to say about certain stuff, and they kind of understand it a little bit more.
Hey, Nitro.
Nitro,
I didn't appreciate it really until yesterday.
Nitro, a while back when I first didn't know you.
This quick.
Didn't know you very well, Nitro. I was in Sherry Cardwell's chat, and I was a mod, and I did something. I can't remember. It was a link, and somebody says, "He's the one causing the drama," and I just kind of says, "Not my channel."
Tasha, I'll see you later. Right?
And it wasn't bothering me what you know. I figured it was their problem. You know what I mean? I didn't pay no attention to him.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who it was now, but they said that about you, and I overlooked.
Oh, there's a lot of people out there that say that the drama that happens in certain places is my doing, but I can promise you it never is. If you got me talking about people or somebody on YouTube, it's usually because they've been trolling my channel, trying to be morons over there. Then what they do is they follow me to other channels, and they think because they can't get their trolling done in my channel, they'll do it in other people's channel that support me or that I follow. And that's when, a lot of times I bring that to light, because people can troll me if they want, but I don't like it when they go and troll other people that I follow when they probably don't have anything to do with the situation at hand. But once I can make people aware of what's going on, they understand it a little bit more. Because I used to have a lot of people out there be like, hey, you come into my channel and then these trolls find me and now I've got drama in my channel. But I'm like, you know what? Just block them. Sometimes just blocking them. Don't acknowledge them. They'll go away. And then sometimes you just got to speak up on your own channel and speak your mind. A lot of people choose not to deal with drama and trolls, and it is easier said than done. But ranting sometimes about it makes people feel better. You can deal with so much BS for so long before you just naturally have to say something about it.
I almost went in one of my streams. My co-host, he's an admin, and I'm an admin to his channel, and I've trusted him so far the past year. And I said something about going on there and confronting our community of what's going on about blackballing and copying us, And he said, "No, you can't do that, man. You'll blow your entire, thing on YouTube." And I says, "Well, they're doing it, and they know they're doing it."
Well, sometimes you got to make people aware of that when stuff like that is happening, because not everybody's going to know what's going on, and there's nothing worse than being blindsided by that kind of stuff when it happens. But if if people are more aware what's going on, it's a little bit easier to deal with it. The problem is when people are blindsided by stuff, they don't know how to react to it, because someone can run a channel and you can have people in there that are watching or following you, and they could also be following your friends. But if there's drama on that channel and they don't understand what's going on, then that's when a lot of stuff kind of spirals out of control. That's like with me, that's why I always bring it up. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I'd rather not have anybody blindsided about what's going on, because once you understand the situation a little bit better, in my opinion, it just, I feel that people can deal with it in their own way a little bit better. YouTube for years, it's all about people copying other people, getting clout from what others are doing, because, I found in YouTube, and I have it in my channel all the time. There's a lot of people out there, when you have haters, it's usually because they're jealous of your success. If you have a good channel, you've got a good following, and for whatever reason, they're not part of that, they got to make an issue of it. 9 times out of 10, that's usually what all the drama is when I see it in other channels, and even in my own channel as well. So
I was on a guy's, I won't say any names, I was on a guy's stream that I thought was really cool. And he tells me, he says, you can call out the side chat. We call out the side chat sometimes at the end of the shows and go up, and scroll down. And he goes, well, you think you can, right in front of everybody, he goes, you think, AR, you think you can do it not too slow? You think can you do it? And I looked at him right in front of everybody. I said, well, thanks a lot for your confidence, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good God, right in front of everybody telling me I don't know how to call out the side chat. And I'm pretty good at calling out the side chat because I've done it a lot. And I can call it pretty fast.
Well, one thing I found in YouTube, there are a lot of people in this world that do YouTube. They're living in a fantasy. They are so hung up on YouTube, where there are tons of people out there that YouTube is their life.
Yep.
They don't really know anything outside of YouTube. I look at it like this. For people that are, really stay to themselves, they don't get out in society, they choose to stay home, they get on YouTube where they can still, in a way, socialize with the outside world. And when they do that on a daily basis, they're stuck in that world. So they make that their world, and they expect everything to be done a certain way, everybody to support them and follow them and do what they want and everything. But then when they realize that it doesn't go their way or the way they want it, that's usually when they venture out and cause trouble. And I've been seeing it for years. Like I tell people, sometimes if it's getting to you, if it's too much, step away, take a break. You don't got to delete your channel, but just close down that computer. Stay off of social media for a little bit. Get your head right. Go do something with your family. Find a friend. But YouTube will suck you in. It really, really will. It'll suck you into a void that I've seen people that their whole life is all they do is sit on YouTube every day. And without drama, talking about other people, they don't have anything to present on their channel or make videos on. They got to make everybody else, part of their drama to make themselves feel good. It happens on a daily basis, but sometimes people just need to step away and take a break.
Well, I hope Shane comes back. Definitely.
Me too.
Definitely be missed 100%.
The thing about Shane, see, I haven't looked at his channel. Do you know, Tasha, did he actually really delete it? Is it totally gone?
Yes. When I searched for it when he first did it yesterday, it said the channel no longer exists.
Yeah, he did away with it.
See, that sucks, and he was so close to 1,000 subscribers.
3 subscribers he had.
Yeah.
Over the hours.
The bad part about that is if he does come back, he has to start all over like he's new coming into YouTube. He's going to have 0 subscribers, no watch time. He deleted it. Any lives that were up, videos he posted, those are all going to be gone.
Yeah.
Now, this is just me. We're all different. If I've got into a situation here where if I'm supporting another channel and they don't acknowledge me, I'm just going to quit supporting the channel and I'll be gone. I'm not going back.
Well,
if they want to misbehave like that.
I see a lot of that too. I heard you guys were talking about that. That's why I've always said that I don't really want to ever be a huge YouTuber, because you got to look at it like this. The more people you get, the more people you're going to have in your live feeds. Your channel, your chat speed is going to be rocking and rolling at 100 miles an hour. I deal with it on my channel, and a lot of people get mad when you don't acknowledge them. I've had it happen in my live feeds. I've had people come in, say hello. I'll be talking, I always try to have a dialogue when I do my live feed, something to talk about every step of the way. Most people that have watched my channel know I rock at 100 mile an hour. If I give myself a 2-hour block and I got 2 hours worth of stuff I want to talk about, then I got 2 hours to do that. And a lot of times when I get on a roll talking about what I want to talk about, naturally, if somebody says something in the chat, I might miss it. I try to make the habit of going back, scrolling up, trying to get caught up, see if anything that I've missed. But I've had people that have came into my chat and been like, man, I said hello or conversed with you. You didn't acknowledge me. You didn't say nothing. F this channel. I ain't ever coming back. Look, people need to understand we're not going to see every single thing that everybody writes in the chat. So what that your comment gets missed or doesn't get read? There's always next time. I mean, if you're that hell-bent that you have to be noticed right away, then that's when I say you need to quit YouTube. Because as grown adults, I would figure we all understand that everything is not going to go our way. We're not going to always be noticed when you go into a chat room. Now, if it's happening every single time, then I can understand that maybe the host needs to pay a little bit more close attention to their chat. But people that are new to YouTube, they're usually trying to focus on talking to their viewers. And I know a lot of YouTubers out there that have really great channels, but one of their bad habits, and then I don't really want to say a bad habit, but one thing that they're not good at right yet is learning how to speak to their viewers, look into the cam, keep everybody engaged, and also pay attention to their chat. Some people will never look at their chat. They'll just talk into the camera.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and roll on and do their thing. And I've tried to tell a lot of people, it is very important to engage with your chat and try to keep an eye on what everybody's saying, because in a sense, people are taking time out of their day to come into your live feed, talk with you, talk with the other viewers. So yes, they're going to feel very unwelcome if you never react to them, never read, what they have to say. But at the same sense, YouTube kind of gets boring when you see and I see people do this, and I've never really understood why. And I have told Shane this in the past, and he kind of agreed with me. When I first met Shane, he would do nothing but just focus on reading it and reading every single word that somebody wrote. And I used to tell him, you can do that to a point, but most everybody in the chat are grown adults. They know how to read. You don't need to read everything back to everybody word for word. If you did that, you run a 2-hour block, you would spend the whole 2 hours just going down the line, repeating what every single person writes, and you would never get to talk about anything that you want to talk about, because your chat's going to always stay rolling if you have a good crowd that's talking amongst one another, because pretty much most of the time, people like us that follow all the same circle, we know all the same people. We know who they are. We know what they talk about. So naturally, most of them are going to be understanding if you don't go through everybody's lives and read word for word what everybody puts. I've seen it happen with Shane doing that when he'll usually be reading every single thing. And I get it. That's a good way to do it because he wants to make everybody feel welcome. But I've seen it where what's being said at that moment, he'll be like 5-6 minutes behind on his whole. So really, by the time he has to end, because he usually only does a 2-hour block, he will never get to the bottom of reading everybody's stuff by the time his show is over. And I get it. Some people feel you got to do that, but when you do that, you'll still run into issues. So actually, the viewers, that's where they need to help out the host and just realize that, okay, so what? If he doesn't get to my comment, maybe there's next time. People, sometimes the community gets a little too hell-bent on wanting to be noticed and, you know, be the whole, hey, it's all about me, you must read my comment. I see it all the time in people's, you know, in people's channels where they say, oh, well, what's wrong with this host? He's reading everybody else's stuff but mine. Never acknowledges me. And then their first natural reaction is, well, I'm going to unsubscribe. You know, they want to threaten you with, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm not going to come back in your channel and all that other crap that they do. But I've always tried to tell a lot of people, for every 1 or 2 people that leave, there's going to be 5 to 10 new people behind them. It's just going to be a matter of when do they find your channel.
Yeah. I've got a Nitro and you all. I've got a big gigantic whiteboard up here. And when I do a show, it's usually themed around reloading guns most of the time. And I do what they call main show topics, and then I do what they call fillers. Now, I probably shouldn't be talking about that, but that's how I do it. And the fillers are to fill in the gaps when most of the topics have been exhausted, the main topics.
Yeah.
And it works out pretty good for me and that guy that used to stream together.
Well, that's a good way of doing it, because sometimes not everybody, if you run a 2-hour show, a lot of times what you have to talk about, you could probably talk about it within the first hour. And then when you run out of something to talk about, what are you going to do for the next hour? Just sit there and just read the chat or be quiet and not say anything? Sometimes you got to come up with other stuff. I've had to do it. Sometimes I got to leave myself sticky notes. You know, this is what I'm going to talk about. And when this is done, how am I going to fill up the last hour or whatever? You know, to always try to keep the show going, keep everybody interested and engaged. But, you know, YouTube is here to have fun. Sometimes you just got to wing it, make the best of it. It ain't that serious. It's really not. But for some people, you know, they get out of hand with it. It really does. When somebody doesn't get noticed or acknowledged, you know.
Just talking the super chat and sticker acknowledgement. Like
well, again, I'm gonna say, you know, there's a lot of conversations. I'm very intrigued by this. I'm actually to the point where I want to start a new YouTube channel, where all the political conversations of YouTube can just be had over there, and we hash it out. And you know, I'm thinking about it, but it likely not going to happen. But my point is it seems to be very trending. It's a huge trending thing right now. You know, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? How do I do this? How do I do that? Where do I build a community? We have a new one out. Have you heard the new one? That moderators and people are apparently not allowed to share links, channel links in chat, because it spams the chat algorithm. And so the algorithm is based off the chat activity in your chat during your live stream. And I don't think it's true, because I looked online. I've spent 3 days now because of this rumor looking, is there an answer, definitive answer saying, no, you can't do this on YouTube? And what I'm going to say is what I found, like Nitro's saying, is that if your content is inspirational and meets the guidelines of YouTube, there is nothing that says you can't support your fellow friends in a live. I have not heard or seen it yet. Have you, Nitro?
Let me jump in on that. I like that.
Because I'm getting sick of it. It's got me boiling.
You know, I'm going to put my input on that.
Oh, please do, because I've spent 3 days Google searching this to find it in the guidelines, and the only thing it says is that if you decide to monetize a video, and the content is not inspirational, educational, or anything to the viewer, if people were to report it, and it was monetized, and it was just you sitting on a panel going, reading like Nitro's saying, and there's no education or inspiration in there other than, you know, you letting people spam things, then I think there could be a problem. But if you're talking like Nitro's having a topic about YouTube, the title matches YouTube, we're talking about growth, his members are in the room. Membership activity, believe it or not, encourages this type of behavior where you do membership shout outs and stuff like this. So I have a hard time believing that you're not allowed to do this. So go ahead, Nitro.
I have found in the 5 years that I've been on YouTube, there's been infinite people out there that think that they have this algorithm figured out. And I'm here to tell you, you will never figure the algorithm out. It is always changing constantly. And there's fact to that, because every time YouTube changes their rules, their guidelines, implements new features, the algorithm has to change to support that. So anything that you thought the algorithm was figuring out, or you had it figured out a month or a year ago, that all is null and void and no longer in
Mm-hmm.
play the minute a new change is implemented to YouTube, because the algorithm has to coincide with the new changes.
And as
So
far
what
as
you
I'm
thought-
concerned, there's like 3 different algorithms. There's shorts, there's long-term, short-term content, and then there's your, your watch hours. You know
There
what I
is.
mean?
There
So
is.
it's not just one algorithm.
Let me.
There are so many.
Morning,
rumors.
Betty. I want to say morning to Betty.
Oh, no
Good
problem.
morning,
Betty
Betty.
J. Gathers.
Good
Hi,
morning,
Betty.
Betty.
Hello, my friend.
One thing you'll find is there's a lot of rumors in YouTube, people putting out what you
Yeah.
can do, what you can't do, how this works, how that works. I'm going to tell you like this. Really, there is nobody out there that will ever figure out YouTube other than the people that are running YouTube themselves. Us as creators, we can pay close attention to what's going on and what's put out there, but you will never figure it out because of all the changes that are made. Some of the rumors that people say is so outlandish and crazy, it doesn't even make sense. One of the biggest rumors that I always see going around in YouTube is people say, don't say sub, don't type sub, like that. And this, let me tell you what, every channel that I go to, people are always saying that. And I'm like, where have you ever seen in the community guidelines where YouTube has a list of words you can and cannot say? There isn't one. And there's a reason why. Because unless it's written in their community, YouTube wants to bring creators in. What a lot of people don't understand, and I talk about this a lot on my show, YouTube is a money-making market. That is all it is. Us as creators are allowed to drop content. When you get that 4,000 watch hours, you hit that 1,000 subs, you can apply to be monetized, get that partnership, and earn money. YouTube does not want to push us out. They want as many creators to come in. So for you to think that there's certain words you can't say or certain things you can't do is going to ruin your channel, or the algorithm's not going to push your stuff, it doesn't work that way. It never has and it never will. Spamming? Yes, you're not supposed to spam in a chat, but really the only thing when they refer to spamming is that's the people that post emojis constantly over and over and over and over. Posting links, look at it this way. If posting links was considered spam, do you think YouTube would allow you to do it? We have that option, okay? It's just like with the word sub. If we weren't allowed to say sub, why does YouTube allow you to make banners on your channel that says, oh, like, subscribe, share? If that was such a big no-no word, why do they allow it so many places? I mean, if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense what a lot of these people say. And it's like with anything on a social media platform. The reason why people believe it and follow it, and this will make sense when I'm going to say this. Let's say, CFM, you were a channel that had 1 million subscribers.
I am.
And the more
Just
in the
in my own head.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying, let's say you were a channel that had 1 million subscribers, and everybody that followed you was pretty much a channel, let's say 10,000 subscribers and below.
Sure.
You are going to be looked at with that many subs as a guy who probably has it figured out. He's got a great channel.
Yeah.
He knows what the hell is going on. So if you were to just pull something out of your ass, a rumor, and put it out there, what do you think's going to happen? People are going to say,
Well, yeah. Not
well,
only
it
do
must
I
be-
have,
yeah, they're going to say it must be true because this guy's got 1 million subs. He's a huge channel.
but there is some people that I know that are sponsored or work quite closely with YouTube and seem to have the anything that when they do videos, they use the YouTube guideline as a way of working their way through the videos. So they don't just speak out of their ass. They have the YouTube guideline right during the stream while they're talking about it and can reference and bring you right to the guidelines stating that these things are gray area. They're not in definitive, in like, it doesn't just say in black and white, don't do this, do that on a guidelines. We all know that. It's pretty saturated and open-ended. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no
Yeah.
12 commandments. Do you know what I mean? Of like, this is how you run YouTube. So,
Written
you
by
know, but
lawyers.
yeah, but there is a few people that I have found that, you know, they try their best to stick to the guidelines and try to analyze that. But again, while I say this, I look online and find, is there someone that can guarantee that this is the answer? Is there a YouTube creator out there, like a YouTube sponsored channel saying you can't do this? No, there's not.
There's not.
My
And
answer
so
to people like
until
that. And
until I can find that answer, I will not go on my lives or go on areas and pushing people, telling them to do or not to do anything. Because if it's not something directed from YouTube guidelines or something that will give them, then I won't say nothing at all from this point forward. Because, you know, it's starting to get to that point. It's very gentle information. It's sensitive. You could lead somebody down a rabbit hole. They'll never understand. It could take months for them to get out of that just by giving them the wrong information. And it's not
Well-
intentional. It's just lack of effort of going to obtain the information from the right place. Do you know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
was gonna say that's part of the problem with YouTube. When people are believing things that are not true or rumor, it's 9 times out of 10 because you got people that have been in YouTube for years talking about this stuff. The new creators that are coming in that don't know any better, they're trying to figure out how to do it, what's going on, the right way to do it. So they're going to follow anybody. If the new creator doesn't know themselves and somebody that they come across that has been in YouTube for a year or two, then 9 times out of 10, they're just going to assume to trust them because they're going to be like, okay, they've been around longer than me. They must know what you can and can't do. I want to learn it because I don't know the answer. So that's where you got other creators steering people wrong because a lot of people don't know any better. They're just like you or I that are just trying to figure it out, what works best, what you can do, what you can't do. But the problem is there's not enough people in YouTube out there like myself or a lot of others that actually try to teach people YouTube and say, look, this kind of is what you can and can't do. Everything that I've learned on YouTube, when I speak about it, it's through what I've done myself, what I've been dinged for, and what I haven't. That's really what it comes down to. You're either you're gonna know what's gonna work or what's not. Whatever you're doing, if it's working, then you're not gonna get flagged for anything. You're gonna have, you know, a successful channel. But then when you do certain stuff, YouTube's going to let you know if you're operating outside of the guidelines, if you're doing stuff wrong, if you're talking about things that you shouldn't. Trust me, YouTube is going to let you know one way or another.
Yep.
And it's really, you can only really take the word of YouTube and YouTube themselves. They own the platform, okay?
That's right.
What a lot of people don't understand, you, I, Tasha, AR, every one of us up here, we do not own our channels, okay? When we form a channel and we drop content, if you read the rules and guidelines, everything we do is the property of YouTube, okay?
That's right. Yeah.
They have the right, and this is one thing a lot of people don't understand. YouTube can take your channel down for no reason whatsoever because you not only you're being allowed to use their platform. Everything that we do is the property of them, period.
Yeah, it's not a right, it's a privilege.
It's a privilege, not a right.
Yeah.
They don't have to monetize you if they don't want to. Even if you make that 1,000 subscribers and hit the 4,000 watch hours, it is something that is earned. It's not guaranteed. There is nothing in the rules and regulations in YouTube that say when you hit this or meet this milestone, this is what's owed to you. Nothing is owed to you on YouTube.
Johnny Small Pepper, good morning, buddy. How you doing, champ?
Good morning,
Yeah,
Laura.
Johnny,
We were up Johnny
for
at
you.
least until, I don't know, 4:30, me and him back and forth talking dynamics and elements about this in the morning yesterday. Because it's affected some people. It's affected them to the point that they want to close their channels down because they think that they've done everything wrong based off of some of these things that they're hearing. And I've always said, look, you can take what you want from somebody's advice. You take what's good out of it, leave what you don't, and keep moving forward because everybody's going to speak about their experience on YouTube, not their knowledge on YouTube. Because I explained it to the friend of mine as well. Like I have my channel looked at by what's I agree to be like what is a CEO or SEO consultant. You know, it's people that go around and reface people's YouTube channels for them and stuff like that. and he's very educated. He's very, he seems very intellect when it comes to the basics of YouTube, and we have similar mentors that we listen to when we want to go and look for information based on that. But he looked at my channel, and everybody, I think, they need to hear this, because I am my worst critic. I am just as human as anybody else, regardless of what I'm streaming or if I'm playing guitar or what the heck it is or what I have for talent. I still, to this day, am learning a year into YouTube. And so I literally a year into the community. So I could only give you experience and what I know within a year of going on and doing this. And what is that? That's nothing. So, it gets frustrating because I feel like I'm obligated because of the way that the memberships are laid out. I feel like, somewhat we're obligated as what they see us as bigger channels, when we're not. We're not big at all.
Why don't you just do that then?
What's that? Sorry. Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to ask you real quick. What were you guys talking about with the super chats earlier? I missed that portion.
How you doing, Johnny?
Basically, cut a long story short, for example, if I was going to someone's channel, dropping a super chat, and they just appreciate you. If you just drop money in next time, if you don't drop it next time, you just say hello in the chat, they intend to ignore you.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
I say anything in that essence, for me, it's a very awkward moment when they do that. But I myself, to be honest with you, when I do get super chatted, which is very little because I don't go live a lot, I email or contact them. Like Tasha just did one the other day through the live, which was, blew me away. And me and her have been friends for a long time through this journey of YouTube. So, she knows that I appreciate it, but she also knows that, anytime she's in the room or anything, I never let her go by without saying hi or I love her, or, such and such. So, but yeah, I agree with you. It's tough, man. The monetization, it encourages this behavior. And I don't think, I don't blame any creator throughout anything. It may be the wrong way, and they may have learned something different wrong, or they may not know any better, or they might be counseled by people that are showing them differently that this is the way to react. I don't know. But I can say this. YouTube is so confusing for people right now that the creator is just up in the air going, whoa, like one angle I'm being thrown. I have all these people that want these answers from me, but I'm still trying to figure out YouTube.
Like when you were all mentioning about these YouTube rumors, all right, YouTube's doing this, and I remember because as a tech person myself, people used to all come back to me, and I'm like, yeah, well, why are you listening to them rumors for? YouTube isn't going to do anything like that unless it's come from their official verified channel or that google.com link, support doc, whatever it's called. I believe that. But there is, at the moment, YouTube is just 50-50. As from my perspective, and I quit YouTube yet, but I'm here, like I said, I'm here to support Tash and whoever I enjoy watching. But at the moment, YouTube is 50-50 for me because what's going on? You've got these people.
And it should be. I think to some degree you should still have like that. You should have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. 1 foot in on YouTube and 1 foot in on your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because
personally, I liked YouTube a lot better years ago when it wasn't about money. Before the super chat, super stickers, when it was a social media platform just for you to meet people and have fun.
How you doing, Chad?
That's the big problem that I see with YouTube today is people out there have found a way to use YouTube to make money. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but because of that has been allowed, it has really pushed YouTube so far out of hand nowadays that I've come across people that will tell you my channel is here just to make money. I don't care about my viewers. I don't care about my subscribers. It's a business. It's not a friendship. It's a business. When you make a channel and you start portraying that to people, do you think people are going to follow you and indulge in your channel?
Your content had better be so damn good that you're teaching them something.
And then the problem with that is I've ran across some of these channels that their content is so subpar and horrible, it's not even funny, where you could actually say to that person, what the hell do you think you're doing on your channel that warrants money? What are people paying for? Now I do say, if somebody does super chat you, I do it on my channel. I bring in a lot of donations. I will say that, but I go out of my way to greatly thank everybody for digging into their pocket and leaving me a super chat, because people don't have to do that. They're doing it at their own free will, obviously, because they either like your content, they're supporting what you do, and they want to give you a little something. But other channels see that happen on certain channels, and they think that it's owed to them. And it's not. Nothing. When it comes to money, money is the root of all evil, especially when it becomes on a social media platform where things start to become expected. And I see that on YouTube a lot, and it never should be. I really think YouTube needs to go back to the old days platform. Just make it a fun social media platform. You want to post videos? Cool, do it. If not, then don't. Use your channel as a support channel to just go watch what other people are doing, but take the money aspect out of it. It's all about money nowadays with YouTube.
Yep, correct. It's like when people think that there is one thing that annoys me when people say, "Oh, TikTok this." I'm getting fed up of hearing that bloody word TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, I've grown up on YouTube since the early days, and I love using it, watching videos, watching someone's videos. I love the bloody platform, but I do agree with Nitro Freak saying go back to the old days of YouTube where it all first started, social networking.
Yeah.
Well, Google messed it up when they bought it, in my opinion.
The only thing that I would, I'd argue in that aspect is the lives. The lives have been a definitely turnaround for creators and stuff like that, and connecting. That was not available back then, and so when you posted a video, you got the bone truth of what was going on your channel, or who was truly following you, who had the notification bell. And this was why it was so encouraged to do that, because you couldn't connect with that host unless you seen the notification bell, because if he had premiered a video or put something, the conversation was in the comments or in the premiere. It wasn't in a live.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like you could really base your algorithm and your activity and what you were going to post your videos off of that going on. Now, when you have all these elements now with shorts and lives and video content, how long does... I had somebody say, if you don't have 10,000 subscribers, you shouldn't post a video over 5 minutes because you don't have the backing behind you to basically gain the audience retention to keep somebody in there longer than 5 minutes. Unless your video retention states, and this doesn't mean lives, this is talking about video editor, posting, publish, right? Unless your video retention shows that you can hold your audience for that long on an average span, then you shouldn't make a video past that point. So whatever your vid retention is, whether it's 1 minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, unless... I was like... So now if I go shoot a half an hour video section, I have to make 5, 10, 15, 20, 4 different videos out of this. And then edit that at 8-second rules. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by the 8-second rule, Nitro? Yes, so now every 8 seconds in that 5-minute video, I have to have my face turning and talking. And
Let me tell you. Hey,
I'm good, Bernie.
CFM, let me tell you. CFM, let me tell you. That's a good topic you just brought up, talking about.
I got lots of them. I just don't know any of the answers for them.
Talking about audience retention, that does help. There's nowheres in the rules and guidelines that ever says how long you need to make a video, how long, how short. Anybody that thinks that is bogus, because your likes and your views are going to go by the amount of people that are going to watch your stuff. I'll give you a prime example. I did a 12-hour long live feed yesterday, and I had as high as almost 48 people watching, and half of them stayed from start to finish, all 12 hours.
Wow.
That is all at the discretion of your viewers. If they got 12 hours in a day to watch your stuff and sit there all day, like almost 21 people, when I looked at my analytics, stayed for the whole 12 hours.
Was that a live or a premiere?
Yeah, it was a live.
See, a live's different because those 21 people can alternate.
Right.
Yeah.
Your view
Well,
retention, what's going to say is your average view retention. It might be,
Yeah.
that's going to tell you how long the average one person sits in your room during the live. That's what I'm kind of narrowing on.
Yeah,
The
but
live,
even when you do a premiere or drop a video, I have found it's easier to make your videos probably at a half hour the longest, because
Yeah.
when you really think about it, not everybody out there, if you make an hour long video, not everybody's going to be able to stay there for the whole hour. People have wives, husbands,
course.
kids, they have a
Both.
job. Yeah, they have a job. So it all depends on the view following that you have. The people that subscribe to you, none of us know what everybody's daily life is. So that's one of the big reasons why they came out with shorts. You do a 15-second. Everybody can watch a 15-second short, whether you're getting ready for work, you're on your lunch break, or whatever. But now you drop a half-hour long video. Excuse me. Not everybody has a half hour to sit and watch, or if it's an hour video. But if they love what you do and your content is that good where it warrants people to want to come back, they can save it to their watch later list, watch half of it, come back, watch the other half, in the hopes that, your view retention will get better every time. But that's why YouTube has an analytic that you can look at to see what times of day your subscribers are on the most, during what times, what day of the week, Monday through Friday, 12 to 6, or Sunday, 5 to 7, whatever. See, a lot of people don't even know about that analytic or how to read it. And that's one thing I pay very close attention to. I look at that analytic. I see where my highest numbers are, what day, what hours of the day. That's when I'll drop my videos. That's when I'll do my premieres or do my live feeds, because I know that's going to be the best chances that I'm going to have my viewers will actually be online that love watching my stuff. So naturally, if they see me drop a video, or they get the little red icon saying I'm live and they see it, boom, I know they're going to come in and stay as long as they can. But there's no rules and guidelines out there that say you need to do a premiere only this long and a live this long. That's
what I'm saying. Any of the things that I find discourage people, I'm finding discouraging people these days. There is nothing out there saying that you're not allowed to do it. There's nothing from YouTube directly saying you can't or can't do that, this or that or this. It's just rumors. Somebody else's experience of their path. That's all it is. And 9 times out of 10, they're hearing it from somebody that's not in their genre, not in their niche, right? It's just a channel that might appear to be doing more successful than them. And so it becomes influential. So anyways, I noticed Johnny came up on the panel, but I haven't heard a word from him. How you doing today, Johnny? Did you get much sleep, my friend?
No, he's fallen asleep, I think.
He is asleep.
Oh, no, he's on his phone.
Oh, he's playing
Playing
those doodad games on his phone, yeah.
There he is.
No.
What's happening, Johnny?
No, no, I'm taking it in. When I'm
Hey, AR.
when I listen,
Hey, morning.
when I listen, can you hear me okay?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Yep.
okay?
Yeah.
We can hear you great, Johnny.
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
I was on the backside typing. Sorry, guys.
All right. So, what I wanted to say was, I think one of the great things that you're seeing up on this panel that's not word related is experience. And when I see real world experience, it's called wisdom, right? And we're all struggling. Not all. I thought that what I've heard being said is our wisdom as content producers, as adults, as people that have faced the world, we have to use our gut instinct on what's going on and what we're seeing. We have to create content we love. That's a rich statement. We have to be here because we love it. We have to engage. And it doesn't. What I've heard, and I love the statement. We have subscribe, like, and share, and we can't say the word subscribe. It's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
taken.
That's one thing that does annoy me, and I used to argue with people a lot.
All I want to say is we have a lot of experience up here. Everyone that's listening here has a lot of experience and or is wise enough to know that everyone wants to be an expert at stuff they don't know. They start giving their. So
Yes, sir.
I thought that the banter back and forth was excellent. It was really wise conversation, because when you hear people talk about YouTube, you hear the purists, and then you hear the people are out there just pushing their way through content, doing what they want. I don't listen to purists because I believe a lot of what purists say is corporate babble speak. So anyway, I heard great things, and that's all I wanted to say.
Awesome.
I was going to agree with what you're saying, because I've noticed there's people out there. I'm not going to mention channel names. I don't do that crap. But why would YouTube have in a big red button, subscribe? Why are people all of a sudden hook set? No, you can't say the word subscribe. They're going to ban you and all that crap. And that's one thing that I've learned from many channels. Just be yourself and just be happy. That's all I can say. But yeah, but that
Yeah.
subscribe thing is total BS, if you ask me.
What's up, Keith Jenkins? Good to see you in here.
Morning, Keith.
Keith,
I'll
welcome in.
tell you like this. What's funny with the whole rumor about saying
When
the
you hear
word
stuff like that,
sub or subscribe, 5 years running my channel,
when
every
you hear
one of
wisdom
my
like
people
that,
say it. Go ahead, John. I think he's got a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Johnny?
no,
Yeah.
I'm delayed.
Oh.
So when I said something, it was like 8 seconds before you said anything.
Oh, you're
I'm
fine.
sorry
You're
it
fine.
took
I
time.
don't
I
mind
didn't
you
know
cutting me off at all. It's good. It happens.
Yeah, correct.
Hey, Corner Clubhouse.
What's happening, Mark?
Well, what I wanted to say real quick, like Johnny was
After the
saying,
break.
what the crazy thing is about the whole saying the sub thing. My channel's about 5 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that word subscribe in my channel for 5 years. My people have been saying it. I've never once been dinged. I've never got an email from YouTube saying you can't say that word. That's I mean, if that was such a bad word and you can be dinged for it, someone like me running their channel for 5 years, and that word is always said in my videos, my lives on a constant daily basis, you would think if that is such a bad word, they would have crucified me years ago. This is not something new, that's just coming out, but for some reason, that rumor is getting bigger and bigger. It's spreading like wildfire. It's almost to the point now where a good majority of all the channels that you go to, the hosts, the first thing they say, don't say the word subscribe. Don't say friend or, like and share and all that. They're just words. The YouTube is not going to crucify you on them words. It's not going to mess up the algorithm. It's not going to do this. It's not going to do that. Many of us have been saying that one single word that seems that everybody hates or think it's the devil, in your channel, that it can't be said. Well, when you think about it, they allow you to make banners with those words in it. If there was such a bad word, you wouldn't have that option. It would not even be available to you. So, sometimes you just gotta sift through the bull crap and pick and choose, what's right and what's wrong. Who knows what they're talking about and who there doesn't. But it's like with any rumor. When a rumor starts from one point and goes down 1,000 people, by the time it gets to the end, it's been changed and stretched so bad it's not even funny from what that rumor originally started out as. As an adult, I think we've all seen that.
I agree with you, Nitro Freak.
I shared a screen with you, Tasha. Now, I had full permission from this person. I would not encourage you to do this during your lives unless you get permission, but you will see in his comments I narrowed the heck out of this guy and asked him for permission to share his content through lives. I have his full permission as a creator. Have you seen this fellow before or seen this video?
Yeah, I have.
It's the video. It says the 4 things you shouldn't do that will get your video deleted. Have you seen this thing?
I've seen that. I've seen that video
Okay.
quite a few
You've
times.
seen it too, right?
Yep.
This is where it all started for me. and it was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Well, again, awesome dude. I think, maybe he's talking on his experience and stuff, and there's a lot of things he does share. But when I look at all the things that he says in here, and I look on YouTube or in YouTube and say, is this spoken by YouTube themselves? Do they say this? No. And so I don't know if this is where I'm on the fence about all of it, is that like, until I see definitive answers other than what I feel like I might want to do with my channel, I'm not going to let anybody with any numbers tell me anything different that doesn't feel like growth or happiness or positivity with my channel. You know what I mean? If I wake up and I'm having fun and I leave that stream or leave that day going, this was awesome. I had a great time today on YouTube. Like, I had an awesome time on panel. I got the best reward I could out of this damn thing right there. Everything else is just a little cookie chip system, like when we were kids, stars on the fridge. Oh, if you get 500, you get a star. You get 1,000, you get a purple star. When you get monetization, they do it in stars. They're organically, they have it literally a red star, a yellow star. If you do 3 months, you get a purple star. If you get 4. Right, so there's this star sticker syndrome, reward syndrome, right? Like reward kind of thing. So, but the biggest one you can have is leaving a stream or leaving that day going, I had an awesome time on YouTube. Whether it be on a panel, in somebody's stream, whether it's just learning something, just that little bit more for the next time you post a video or the next time you approach going live. Whatever it is, if it's positive, take that. The negative, fucking get out. See you later. You know what I mean? So like, unless I find something definitive, from this point forward, I'm not going to let anything shape or mold or stop me from creating something that might create growth. Because lately, I've been doing this. I wake up in the morning and I'm rolling around. I get a coffee and I'm feeling inspirational. It's the start of my day. I got ideas. I got mail calls out of yin yang, right? And even mail calls, I have a problem doing, because I question, is the content relatable enough? Is it really fair to the person who did that much effort if I post a video and there's only 30 views on it? Should I go live? If I go live, there's more views on it, and then they have a chance of getting more connection. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by the time I go to press the publish button now, because of all this stuff that I've heard, I don't press it. And so I'll sit and do 5 takes, 6 takes in a day, 10 takes, and then I go, not good enough. I'll start tomorrow. I'm just not having a good day. There's plenty of good takes there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it gets really, if there was anything that I would say to people is just just have fun. I think Johnny said the most part, like if you get up in the morning and you feel inspired to get engaged on YouTube, and then you leave YouTube feeling inspired to do it again, you've done it right. Because you're growing out of it. You're creating community, you're creating growth, and you're creating relationships, and you yourself are feeling therapeutic. And the first thing that they ask below a YouTube video when a channel is getting monetized, they give a survey. And the number one thing is, do you find this video inspirational, educational? And if you left feeling inspired as a person running the panel or attending somebody else's live, what else could you get from YouTube that is going to be more rewarding than that? What are you going to get? $5? $10? If you don't get that inspirational feeling through the live, that moment of bliss only happens for a second. Then all of a sudden you're back to the whole, well, was that a good live? Did I do a good job? I mean, somebody paid me, but then they left. They didn't really hang out. They did that. They said their super chat. The other thing I'll say, I know when you guys are talking about super chat, is that sometimes people will do it just intentionally to get their comment put above. And we as creators, we appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, but it also puts us in a situation because it's not like we want to deter our attention away from the conversations or the people that are regularly engaging in the conversation as the chat's going on. It's just, that is what YouTube teaches us. When you finally hit monetization, which is just the smallest fraction of an accomplishment on YouTube, you start seeing all this because YouTube kind of tells you with the perk
Laura,
levels.
what do you think?
So, anyways.
Excuse me? What do I think? Is that what you said?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
8-second delay, guys. Sorry. I have an 8-second delay. I was asking
I've heard,
what she.
I've heard a lot about this stuff, and I really don't think it matters, the whole subscribe thing. I really don't think. I don't think that you can't say it. I think there's a lot of stuff where you hear a rumor and people go off and stuff like that. And I think that the proof was in the pudding. If you see people being rejected, then it's something, you know what I mean? I think there's more issues with, YouTube doing other things, but not the subscriber thing. I was leery of it for a little bit when it was going around our channels a lot. But since then I've just kind of, whatever. Subscribe.
I'll tell you like this. What's funny about that, when I started hearing that rumor, I would actually go into channels where they'll actually tell their viewers not to say this word, not to say that word. And me being the realist that I am, I'll come up and ask them, why do you tell your people that? Where did you hear that from? And every time, without fail, I've never been. Yeah, exactly. It's always the same thing. Well, I heard it from this big channel. Yeah, I've heard it from this big channel that does really well. So I'm kind of like, okay, so you're just basically following suit with a rumor. You don't have any definite information that said where you could tell us why you're portraying this to your viewers to say, don't say sub in my chat because my channel will get taken down, or you're going to ruin the algorithm. And I ask people, I always find that intriguing because I want to find out why people are saying this. Where did this come from? And every time I've ever stepped into a channel and asked that host, where did you hear this from? Why are you telling your people not to say the word sub or friend me or this, and that? Mm-hmm. Nobody has ever been able to say, well, it says here in this paragraph of the community guidelines, yada, yada, yada. It's always, well, I was in another big channel and they say it's a bad idea to say it. Okay, so what you're doing is you're going off on what someone else said. And I've actually done that where a host has said, well, I heard this from so-and-so. I would find that person, all right, search them on YouTube, find their channel, go in and sit on one of their live feeds, being the new guy, listen to them say that same thing, and I ask them the same question. Well, I was in another channel, and they said that you can't say the word sub. They said they learned it from you. They're kind of following suit. So I'd like to ask you, where is your infinite wisdom? Why are you telling people not to say this word? Where did you learn it from? And it's always, well, it seems to be a trend where I heard it from this channel. So, I'm kind of following suit. So I'm like, okay, that just puts, proof to the pudding that it's just, he said, she said, this person learned it from this person, learned it from this person, and on down the line. I have yet today to see any solid proof of why you can't say that word. And I am someone who loves to learn. I know there's a lot of people out there that when they started their YouTube channel, and I ask this in my live feed all the time to my viewers, I always bring up the topic. I say, for everyone in here that has a channel, is a creator, drops videos, does live feeds, how many of you actually read through the rules and guidelines top to bottom before you started your channel?
No.
Out of 50 to 60 people that visit my live feeds, I might get one or two at best that say that they actually read through all the community guidelines. That helps me understand better that a lot of people that are doing YouTube, they really don't know what the hell they're doing, or they don't know what the rules and guidelines are because they've never read them. They don't know what you're allowed and what you're not allowed.
Yeah,
and
they just check the boxes and create it. That's all they
most people will check the box to make an account because it's that easy to do it, and boom, start recording videos, start uploading them, start doing lives. But They learn as they go along, because a lot of people don't want to take the time. I mean, let's face it, if you've ever looked at the community guidelines, it's a lot of reading.
It is a lot of reading.
Yeah, I know them front to back. I have read the community guidelines in 5 years, probably 50 different times. And that's why I'm able to talk about a lot of the topics that I do, so that when I am giving what I would consider knowledge to people, I'm not going to say, well, this is me guessing or this is my infinite wisdom. This is what I can prove. This is exactly what is stated in the community rules and guidelines of YouTube of what you can and can't do, what will ding you, what wants your channel getting taken down, how you can get copyright strikes, what words you can say, what words you can't say, what's acceptable, what behavior, what you can show in a live feed, what you can't show in a live feed. It's amazing the amount of people that have never read it that don't know any of that stuff. And that's why I always tell people, hey, when you got some downtime, you don't got to read it all at once, but it's good to just skim over them.
Yeah, it is.
Get an idea.
I just wanted to say one thing, Nitro. When I see those taglines out, how to obtain subscribers, how to get more views, blah, 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 blah. If you put in front of that subscriber word, and you put authentic subscribers, it makes more sense to see why they give so much of this information. Like, hey, you know, instead of somebody leaving a subscriber comment under my videos, it probably feels better as a creator to see somebody watch my content and actually make, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might not want somebody in my chat going, subscriber, 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 could you subscribe to my channel, when I'm sitting here giving education. It's probably better to engage with, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of this quality talk that they're talking about, they use the catch as subscriber. But really, if you look at it, it almost means it's, you know, because none of their information actually is defined on YouTube guidelines. To me, it seems like they're trying to and it's sort of manipulate through using the message by gaining authentic subscribers, if that makes sense. Do you understand what I mean by that, Nitro?
That's exactly what it is. You are 100% correct.
You know what I mean by that? Like, they're using the tagline for the smaller communities and scaring them into this type of behavior, so that when they're watching their video content, they're leaving good comments. They're watching all the videos. They're doing so. They're trying to train people to how this is how you're going to be my subscriber. Not necessarily this is how you do it to gain subscribers, or this is the rules. This is how it has to be done. This is just the way they see it being. This is how we want you to be our subscribers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, and that's what it's starting to come to me as a realization, is that if you were to take the tag then and say, how to gain 1,000 authentic, organic subscribers. Well,
Johnny asleep.
Do you see that? Do you know what I mean? So, like,
it's what I call clickbaiting with the thumbnail.
Yes.
I'll tell you like this. You can go pick a YouTube channel. I see it on a daily basis.
No,
Well, they'll
I'm
use
listening.
the
I'm
thumbnail.
taking it all in.
Yeah, they'll use a thumbnail that says how to earn 1,000
Exactly right.
subscribers organically. But when you go into that channel, they speak nothing of how to do it.
They're doing video reviews, channel reviews.
It's not even that. There are channels out there that use that thumbnail. They're what's called I help you grow channels.
Yes.
Those are some of the worst channels out there that I hate. I'm not saying that to downgrade anybody, but what that has done is it has sucked people in the void. And what they're doing, I found a lot of these I help you grow channels are not helping others. They're helping themselves by using that thumbnail and that tagline. And when you go in these live feeds, all it is the host dropping everybody's link that comes in.
That's sub for sub.
Well, and this is what I was about to say.
That's what I'm pretty sure.
That is promoting sub for sub action, which is very much against the community guidelines, because if you go in and read the community guidelines, they have a specific section on that topic right there. The whole sub for sub action. What people don't understand is YouTube wants consistency. And this is to kind of touch on what you were talking about earlier, CFM, saying, well, when I create a video or a music tune, I have to sit and decide whether I'm not going to publish it and put it up. What I'm going to tell you, publish every freaking thing you do. Never not post something that you work on. And I'm going to tell you why. YouTube is about consistency. The more consistent that they see you, that's what kind of gets you out there. YouTube is about content. You have to have stuff.
I agree with you in a sense. Depend on for sure, 100%. Had I kind of gained my subscriber base a little differently, you know, through it without the mistakes that I've made or situations, but. And the reason why I say that is because I have seen other channels that, you know, I don't see live. If you look at their videos, they're not live as very often, or they are periodically. They post really good content. They have close to 8 to 9, 10,000 subscribers, but their view content is completely dull. And then when they do go live, they have 2, 3 people watching. So, but I look at how many videos they've posted and the amount of their YouTube channel being, and like some of them might have 3,000, 5,000 subscribers, and they have like 1,000, 1,500 to 2,000 videos posted of the same saturated content. And my fear is that if it's not methodically laid out to some degree, like consistently, like you're saying, like it, you know, say once a week I put out a video, and once a week I go live, or once a week I do a short. So all 3 platforms have kind of been covered in a week, kind of thing, right? So Tuesday I do a short, Wednesday I might go live, Thursday I post a video content. There's all 3 things, right? You know, is that enough consistency? And will based on how I've gained my subscribers or my following, are they interested enough in the content that I'm posting? You know what I'm saying?
Let me present it to you this way. Let me ask you a question. Well, let me say this. What I found in YouTube over the years, the one main mission that everybody strives for is to get that 1,000 subs, the 4,000 watch hours, and become monetized, right?
Yeah. I wish.
Okay,
yeah.
So we can agree on that. Yeah. So looking at that trend, that's what almost every person in YouTube, their mission is to get monetized, and you got to meet that criteria. So where it comes to content, now that you get your 1,000 subs, you got your 4,000 watch hours, now you're going to start earning money on your content. And that's what the content that you drop or the live feeds that you do. Where the consistency comes in is, we all know the only way you earn money on YouTube and get paid is primarily by your views on your videos. So that's why a lot of people will just constantly flood their channel with as much content as they can, because most people know you can drop one video that you might think is really, really great, but it might not be to the world. So when you drop it, let's say it gets 500 views at best. Then later on in the evening, you drop another video and it's maybe you don't think it's as good as your previous one, but to everybody else, right out of the gate, within, let's say, 15 hours to 25 hours, it has the possibility of hitting 1,000 views or more. And because we all know that, well, I would hope most everybody knows that the more views your video gets, and you add ads to them, the Google ads to be played on them videos, that's how you're going to get paid. The watch time, the amount of views your videos get. That's why I tell everybody, everything you do, post it, because everything you do is going to be different. You're not always going to target the same crowd. You're going to have your faithful followers, as I call them. The people that follow you, that love what you do no matter what, are always going to watch your stuff. You know you're going to have them views locked in regardless. Yeah. Now, you got to look at the rest of the outside world that doesn't know who you are or what kind of content you drop. And that one video may show up in their recommendations, because if people don't know, I'm going to tell you like this. Part of what the algorithm does, how your videos are recommended to show up in other people's channels, it usually goes by that creator, whoever it is out in the world. If they're searching buskers or local musicians on YouTube or whatever, if they're using that search bar searching for it, your videos of what you do is going to have a good chance of showing up to them people that have never watched your content. That will bring in one more person. That's one more view and the potential for you to earn more money. So that's why I'm always telling people consistency. And this is just me. I'm not saying that everybody has to do this, but I've tested this theory by posting a crap load of stuff, not posting a lot of stuff at one time, and looking at my analytics, looking closely at my videos. Why did this video get this many hits? How long was it? How many people watched it? Post another video. How long was it? How many people watched it? What did I do in this video versus this video that made the first one way better than the second one? Why is this one being recommended out to others? Okay. So when you're,
I agree with you 100%. That's what I did when I started my channel. I posted every day. And by the time I got to 1,000, I had my watch hours 4-5 months before. And it was because I was saturating the market. And some of those older videos that are crap, no offense to my old videos, but they are doing really good. And I make the most money off of them.
Oh, I agree.
So,
I've seen it on my channel. I got a video that is 2 years old. When I posted it, I thought it was a great video that I did. Probably one of the best videos that I put the most editing and work into. When I dropped that video, within the first 5 days, it only hit, I think it was like 110 views.
Right.
2 years later that it's been up, it's almost over 10,000 views now. What I found lately, for whatever reason, more people now are watching my older stuff because I've actually gauged it. The last 2 videos that I dropped, my videos on an average are always known for within the first 5 days of being up. Within 5 days, we'll always hit between 800 and 1,500 views. The last 2 videos I dropped have not even broke 300 views, and they've already been up for a month. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? That's not making sense. But what I found is when I'm looking at all my analytics, what's crazy is everybody that's watching my channel now, for some reason, is choosing to watch all my older stuff and none of my recent stuff.
And the funny thing, have you ever seen when you subscribe to somebody, and you hit the notification bell, your wall changes and you start seeing, so YouTube starts figuring out what the best content is to push. And I think if they're regularly, consistently on your channel, then, obviously if they they hit the like and on your newer stuff, then there's only your older stuff left. And so I think it's super cool that they do that. I just realized that not too long ago. I was like, whoa, this person posted, it's showing me a video from this person 4 years ago. You know what I mean? It was like a song that they wrote. And I was like, oh, this is cool. How come it didn't show me this earlier? Well, it was narrating through the content for me. So, it's kind of neat. It's kind of actually cool that they do that part, I will say, for YouTube.
Good to see you, Fat Ninja.
Ninja, what's going on, my man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
I thought I'd throw a few words in there.
No, I just wanted to.
Hey, all right.
I just want to say something real quick. I feel like I'm kind of overwhelmed. I feel like I'm trying to punch above my weight with all the heavy hitters here. So I'll try not to embarrass myself too much. There have been a lot of lessons that I've learned because actually I've been podcasting since 2011. So
oh wow.
This is not new to me, but the whole YouTube thing is new to me. And I've learned 3 really important things: transparency, integrity, and humility. Mm-hmm. And the first time that the first time I ever came across Nitro Freak's stream, he said one thing that has stuck with me the whole entire time. He said flat out, I may not even like the content that you do, But as long as you are a real person, you got me for a subscriber. And I was like, damn, because now see, that's that's where the humility comes in for me because I thought, well, if they don't play video games, I don't have anything in common with them. That's not true.
Right.
We all in this thing called life. That's what connects us. It doesn't matter if we play games, we do music, fishing, outdoor stuff, homesteading, whatever.
Hey,
Life
Cece.
can life connects all of us. And I'm so glad that I took that one thing that he said out of all the stuff that he says, that one thing stuck with me the most.
Hmm.
So now it gave me the ability to branch out and because if I wouldn't have listened to that, I would have never became friends with, you know, CFM, you, Laura, Elliot, Ryan, Tasha, and
Yeah.
that Johnny Small Pepper guy down there. Who cares about him? But yeah, so
Wait
just
for it.
being
8 seconds. Wait for it. Here it
yeah.
comes.
There he is. There's his
Here it
face.
comes.
He's like, what? What the fuck are you saying about me?
No, I think that's awesome that Tasha brings together a
It
panel
Wait a
like
is.
this.
second.
You know what I mean? It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the conversations that I had with pretty much all you guys, and once again, I'll stay with Nitro Freak. I had said one word that sparked a huge conversation between me and him. Do you remember the words that I said, Nitro, that sparked that almost extra 2 hour conversation?
Vaguely refresh me. 'Cause we've talked a lot.
Right. Situational awareness.
There you go. There you go.
And he said, "Wow, I haven't heard that word in a long time." And see, listening to what Nitro had been saying, it gave me more situational awareness. So now I can go into anybody's live stream and just start sorting through all the bullshit. If somebody is trying to dupe somebody or try to lead them astray, I can just see right through it. And I mean, even before that, I've had a very good sense of judge a character, but being in YouTube, I was definitely out of my element, and therefore, in the transparency that comes in, I'm willing to say, hey, look, I have a lot of faults. I need to learn. And I'm not old, but I'm old enough. But some people, people get old and then they get set in their ways and they're not willing to learn anything.
You can't be as
And
old as Johnny, though.
I'm just gonna say quickly, I'm gonna all pull you on full screen if you want to say some last words for Shane. So
yeah, I definitely have some words for
Have a
me.
I'll
great
just
day,
pull you all
man.
up.
Have a good one, Johnny.
Sorry, Tasha, what was you saying then?
I was just
Oh,
telling Johnny to have a good day because he said he's stepping down.
All right, okay.
Have a
Johnny,
great day,
take it
Johnny.
easy.
I'm sorry you were on a delay and we couldn't spend more time with you.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah,
Hot
just
Ninja, go ahead.
all right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Okay, when I first, resurrected my podcast from the dead, from
Those good comments.
basically from 2011, um, I really didn't know what I was doing because I was on a new platform and everything. But when I came across Shane's live stream for the very first time, he did one thing that stuck with me and has fundamentally changed how I do my live streams. And you can even go back and look at my earlier episodes. This right here is a powerful tool because it lets that person know that you're talking specifically to them, letting them know that, hey, you are important and I acknowledge you. So, Shane, if you are watching this, dude, thank you for this because it has definitely made me a better person moving forward. Everything, it's fun for me. And I mean, it was fun when I started. I'm not gonna lie, but being able to have fun while still doing something that's positive, informative, Shane, that comes from you.
That's
And
wonderful.
and I will be eternally indebted to you for that, sir. So thank you. So whether you come back or not, I'm not here to judge, but I want to let you know, sir, that you have impacted my life for the better.
That's wonderful. Cheers for that,
Yeah.
Ninja.
Well said.
Well
Thank
Well
said, man.
said. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Laura, do you want to say anything for Shane?
Oh, Shane was a force to be reckoned with when he came in and started bringing everybody into the community. And I mean, all he cared about was really bringing community together and bringing it forth in a very special way, and bringing people together that didn't seem to fit together. You know, if you look on the outside, like CMF was talking about, and he's what this community needed, and it's a shame that he's gone, and we miss you, and hopefully you'll come back because this community needs you, buddy.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thanks for
Yeah,
that, Laura.
very
Nitro Bro,
well
what
said.
do you want to say for Shane?
It's hard. I'll tell you what, it really crushed me to learn yesterday when Tasha had let me know that he was, gone, not doing YouTube anymore. He started off kind of rocky, and he was just starting to figure it out. He did a great job at his live feeds, and I know sometimes, when drama goes on, it can get to some people. He always found a way to keep it positive and always ran a great stream. He was very supportive of everybody's, because he was always in my lives, come up on my panel many a times. And I think if maybe he had a little bit more time, I think he would have done really, really good. I just hope that he comes back. Maybe just take a long little break, gather his thoughts, let it, whatever's going on, die down a little bit, come back and try it again. But I do hope he comes back.
Yeah,
Oh, I've
totally
got to
agree.
say.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Cheers for that, Nitro. Elliot, what about you, buddy?
One day I was back here on the PC and I stumbled in on his stream and I said, I like him. And I liked everybody in the side chat. And he was one of the few people, he started making me feel welcome and, calling me out. And that's something a lot of channels don't do. I've seen panels get on here and they'll talk so much and they don't even acknowledge the side chats, like they don't exist. And certain channels, not everybody, of course. But I've met some good people. I hope he comes back. He will be missed.
Big time. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. Rich, how about you, bro?
Sorry, I was just grabbing coffee, so I'm coming in
Oh,
hearing
no,
everything.
sorry. Basically, we've seen a few words about Shane.
I think I was going to say I have a pretty good idea about that. Well, first, when I first come into the community of YouTube, I was very hungry. I was the first time ever coming into a fishing community. One of the most important things, and I think everybody will agree with this, is the first timer, the first comer. What do you call it? They use it in different programs and stuff like that. But it's just as important on the community side of things when somebody comes into a live, especially somebody who has no knowledge or no understanding. When they take the step to engage in our chats, I think it is probably one of the most crucial things that can be done either by our moderators or by the host, depending on what's going on through the stream, is to have people feel welcomed. To have and Shane,
or by the host, depending on what's going on through the stream.
I'm getting a pretty good echo here, but
to have Shane or by
anyways, Shane seemed to have had that down to a science right away. Going into his lives, he was very welcoming as a host, and the environment that he'd had around him on a regular basis, if it wasn't from him, it would be from people in the chat. His heart was kind. He's a Canadian brother, and it was a lot of relation to the two of us. We had a lot of great times together. I know that he's had some struggles up and down with this journey, but his
Thank you
heart
so much
has
for
to be one of the most
your
purest things.
transparency. It doesn't matter about being a
I don't
gamer
know
or
what the hell's going
not.
on.
Go ahead.
I don't know what's going on.
I know it confused me.
I don't know. So, but my point is that Shane always has a lending heart. We literally just received a package from him, not a week ago, with from his shirt that was given to Judy, and I can't tell you volumes. The reason why I was saying all this is when I first came into Alive, I came into a giveaway. And when I came into that giveaway, I walked out $600 less out of my pocket. That was how infected and inspired I was by being involved with this new thing called the community. And I'm not going to lie to you. I literally gave a t-shirt, a sweater, and a pair of socks away. And after shipping and everything, because I just opened a Shopify account in order to do it and a store in order to transfer it all, I did it all literally within a few days because of my first experience in Alive. And by doing that, I can't tell you how important it is to the new person who comes in on Alive that they're welcomed or shown this. And Shane was probably one of the only panels, to be honest with you, one of the only lives that I get up in the morning. Every morning I knew I could get up there, whether I was at work, I could put the earbud in, and all I'd have to do is say hi. And whether it took a little bit for him to get to me or not, somebody was in there. They would literally make me feel welcomed. And to a point that he would do, he would actually know what he was talking about if he, and watch my content. He'd be like, hey, oh yeah, there's my Canadian brother. He does fishing and this and that. And then he'd move on with his content. Like, he was so good at doing that. And at first, I would think, I question, okay, is it an act? It'd only take one or two times to realize there's no act there. This guy truly cares and hangs off every word that's coming off his heart. And I hope that he decides and realizes that even if he is deciding to take a break, that we don't see him disappear for life. I want to see him. If he decides he needs to take a break, by all means, cahoots to you, buddy. I got your back, but as a creator, I think he was doing nothing but going in places that he didn't quite understand. Like, he was going in the right places. He had the right community around him. He was doing it right. And I just think what happens is we get discouraged. And so I got you, buddy. And if you need anything from me, even if it's just an email away, all I can hope for now is that you don't disappear for life, man. If you're in the background, if you're watching, or if you're in a chat or whatever, don't ever feel that you can't engage in the chat or say hi to anybody on the panel. Or if you don't, at least send us an email and let us know, because there's people that you've gained accountability and relationships and friendships with that care to hear from you and want to know that you're okay. At least that, I think, is a minimal I can ask of him right now. If and this is the first thing I've heard, to be honest, about the fact. I know that last night Tasha said she was taking over the morning slot, which made me rethink. I'm like, hopefully Shane's okay. I know the power issue is in situation, the storm that just passed by, but I know through being in panels with him that he was struggling with things much deeper than that. Mm-hmm. And I don't have any experience of what that is. I only have my own assumptions through my experience and relation, but I can tell you that no matter what you're going through, Shane, there's people out there that understand. And through reaching out to them and through knowing that we can understand together, we can get through it together. You just got to reach out, buddy. So
that was wonderful. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah.
And over to you, Tasha. Do you want to say anything?
You're going to put me up here.
Yep.
Well,
Canadian girl.
I'd taken my face off because...
All right. No, all right. I'll just leave it like that. Go on and put it on the phone.
Give me a minute.
So just so I'm under the understanding, because this is kind of all new as far as the dynamics. Is his channel still active? Like,
No.
is this something that just happened? When did this? Because we were, what was it, a week ago or something? He was on a panel with you at night, Tasha. Right? Not even a week.
It's fully gone. It's gone.
Do you know when you have that option in the Google account where it asks you hide your channel or permanently?
Well, that's what I'm curious. Is it hidden or deleted? Because he has a lot of great content.
First one, permanent. It's gone.
He said that he's fully done with all social platforms, and it's time to.
Shane, if you're listening to this, I just want to say
real life.
You were always there for me. We always had a laugh on panel. You would always used to take the mick out of me because I'm British, but hey, you will always be my Canadian brother. You were like a proper brother to me. And just remember, you will always be there for me, bro. Just remember that, all the way from across the pond.
What I'm going to say is that, Shane, don't forget that I do have your address. And I'm not throwing you under the bus, but one of these days I'm going to show up at your damn door, and I'm just going to kick your butt. Just because. Whether I got to swim across the harbor or however I got to get there, one of these days you're going to see me.
Oh, I got an idea.
You need to just get your butt back with the rest of your family.
I got an idea, Tasha. Do you have one of his shirts by chance? I know
No,
I have one, but I can't ask this of
I don't
Judy.
have any of his shirts, no.
Wonder if somebody does. In the fishing community, they do things like they mail each other from one user to another, say a product or a lure, and they use the lure. Well, what if we say shipped a shirt around that had personal messages on the shirt, and by the time it come back to you, you could mail it to Shane?
Like
do you know what I'm saying?
Card, T-shirt.
Yeah, like a T-shirt. I mean, it might be tricky with a T-shirt because of the weight. You know, in certain areas, becomes for us, it becomes a custom package. But I don't mind. It's $20, whatever. He shipped the shirt to me. Why wouldn't I, put the same effort to do this? You know what I'm saying? But if we could talk and maybe we ask some people around and get first started thing happening, it could be something just to say thank you, and send it to him. It may not bring him back as a creator, but it might let him know that there's people out here that he truly did because sometimes it's hard to see the efforts of our work, and our goals can be a little misguided. And I think we've been touching conversations about that today, like with Nitro and Johnny and stuff, about what is success on YouTube. And I think the biggest one is like I said, is inspiration and connections that you make throughout your journey on YouTube, and leaving a stream feeling inspired,
Yes.
feeling like you've learned something, or feeling like you've, been healed from something, whatever the case may be. And maybe at this point, Shane needs to see the efforts of his work by the inspirations that he's given to other people.
Right.
Well, that would be awesome.
We might be able to.
I don't know, besides you guys, I don't know of anybody else that has one of his T-shirts.
Well, I'm going to have to be super nice to Judy then.
I'm assuming his bonfire is still up.
Pardon me?
I said I'm assuming his bonfire store is still up.
Merch store.
His merch store.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say goodbye to everybody. Great chat. I've got to make a phone call to the VA for an appointment I got coming up. Great topics. Tasha, good to see you. Keeping the morning stream alive, and I will be in here every morning that you do it. Great talking to you guys. I got to run.
All right.
Take it easy,
Thanks,
Nitro.
Have a good one, everybody.
Take care, Nitro.
Thanks for being here.
But yes, that would definitely be.
Let's see. I'm gonna talk around and talk with a few other creators and stuff, and see if we can muster something up. It's that or a card maybe, or something of some sort. Do you know what I'm saying? And we can.
Yeah. That we can all put a message to him and get it get it sent up to them. Just
Here's
let
the
them
thing.
know that, still love them and that we're still always going to be here, whether, like I said, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 years. We're still
I'm
all
gonna
going
have
to
to.
be here and welcome them with open arms. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to quickly say it's going to be hard shipping it over to me because of taxes, blah blah blah. So all I might have to do is get my message, and you can just write it on a T-shirt for me.
Yeah, there is that option too as well through lives and stuff. If I thought was to like have a live with the shirt, and then for people that may not be able to afford that or anything, they can basically tell you through a live, this is what I'd like written on the shirt, and then we write it. You know what I'm saying? And then something of that sort, like a support stream for Shane, right?
Well, hell, y'all probably don't make them in my size, so that counts me out.
It's actually really big. It was a really big shirt he sent. It's a dress on Judy. I'm not gonna lie. It is, yeah.
Oh man.
But basically my intention was to wear it pretty much. It's the first T-shirt that I've gotten from anybody as far as merch, and I've sent out 2 sweaters, 2 shirts, 2 socks, and many iron-on logos and stuff like that. But it's the only shirt I've ever gotten from somebody, to be honest with you, and so. It does hold dear heart to Judy. She does, she really appreciated Shane's morning shows. She had a great time in there. She was there very actively. Even if I wasn't in the stream, Judy was in there. And so it'll be hard prying the shirt away from her. But we definitely will. I'll conversate it with her, and we can talk about somehow or some way to do something like this that I think is effective, whether it be a card or some channel stickers, and we all just put stickers in an envelope as it goes with a little note, and it just goes around, and then finally Shane gets this big package at the end of it. Who knows? You know what I mean? We'll see how it works, but I think in the end, regardless, if he decides to do a YouTube channel or decides to do anything more than that, as a creator, I know I would appreciate something like that, to be like, hey, I can at least go back and connect with these people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could go on their chat. I feel comfortable there. These people, because sometimes our brain will tell us things so deep that it doesn't matter if they hear it on a live. It's more personal. When you wake up in an unexpected mail call, I'm sure everybody will say it. It can be when you didn't expect it at all. You knew it wasn't coming, and it just shows up. It's like, whoa! So, well, when what's going on here? What did I miss? You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty surprising, right? The ones
got booted out of the chat.
Weird. So yeah. So I think one of those might. Hopefully it's enough to bring him back.
I hope he was listening earlier, but not now.
Yeah. Well, I really, I hope he is listening, because I know.
I hope so too.
I don't know what else I could do to encourage him to come back as a supporter, but I definitely, if he doesn't want to do the YouTube or the liability of being a creator, I can understand. I'm compassionate with that. But he has a lot of friends, including myself and Judy, that, that is the amount of effort and work that he's put forward every day for when he press live. It sucks because he's put some good video content out there, It's a lot of work and effort that has gone now, but the amount of work that he's put towards a live, like, it's the friends and connections he has, man.
Absolutely.
I was just going to quickly say, but that Shane, it's up to you if you don't want to do YouTube, but you can always come up on StreamYard, on Tasha's panel, whoever panel, as long as that guest must authenticate. You're more than welcome to come up. You don't have to have YouTube. That's your personal opinion. You do what's best for you, buddy. But yeah, that's all I was going to say.
Yeah. You're not alone, my friend. You're not alone.
Absolutely, and I think
I don't do YouTube myself, Shane. As you know, I run into issues. I'm not coming back, but I'm still here, coming up on panel, co-hosting with Tasha, or wherever I want to go. But you're more than welcome. Just if you don't want to come back, it's up to you. Be more than welcome to come back up on panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely. That's the main thing about being inspirational and being inspired. Like I said, I'm surprised. That's how come I had to quit talking, because I was getting ready to cry. So that's why I had to quit talking. So but
and I didn't make it to all his stuff, but
Yeah, me either. But
I
I
talking about
I
him.
I take inspiration from every single one of you, and even though, and see, I need to start being more active in saying it because, like, you can say it at times like this, but why do we need to wait until it gets to this type of point
Yeah,
before
you
we say
shouldn't.
stuff like
Yeah.
this? Like, um, Elliot, I bet you don't even think I take any inspiration from you, but I do.
Oh man.
Your passion, your always the willingness to show up all the time. And I mean, there's been some times where you felt like dog crap. You've said it before. You said, "Man, I feel like dog crap,"
Yeah.
but you were always here.
Thank you.
You know that means a lot. That really does. And CFM, like with your God given ability for music. Like I said, dude, I that one song you had, dude. Like I said, dude, I'm a grown ass man. I almost
Yeah.
cried. I almost cried, but because I felt your passion, your pain, and everything in that song, and that's something that's very rare because like anybody can make a song,
Yeah.
but do you have any meaning behind it? Do you have a part of you that's left in that song for people to pick up on?
Yeah.
That's a rarity. And dude, I consider myself blessed to even know you because you know what? Like I said to Nitro earlier, if if I didn't start to open, my eyes and see, okay, there's more to YouTube than just gaming, maybe I would have never met you, and I would have been, losing out on an awesome guy with an awesome voice that does awesome things. So I am, I'm extremely blessed.
Thank you,
And
man.
As
and
Shane
then
says, some of the best is around here, and that's true.
yeah, yeah,
You all are.
and see that's something that I take seriously too. Like with my co-host on my show, I mean I consider them S tier. Like I'm not saying that like nobody can beat them or anything. I'm not saying that, but for the content that we do, I feel like I've surrounded myself with some top-notch people. And but like I've always said before, my show is only as good as the chatters in it. You know, Anybody that comes in, whether they're a part-time troll or a regular person that comes in to say hi, that's what makes the show what it is. I know a lot of people can't make it there for the whole entire show, but just stopping in for that 1 minute to drop that like and say hi, man, that that means the world because you know what? People don't have to do that. People ain't got to do that. They could just drop that like and just take off. But, they take that few extra seconds or whatever to say, hey, how's it going? Have a live stream, whatever. That that means a lot. And people, they need to let that be known to them because, we always have those times where we don't feel like we're worth anything. We feel like we're less than nothing. We feel like all the decisions that we've made don't mean a hill of beans. Like everything we do is wrong. We all feel that from time to time, and it's nice to know that we had, I'm still gonna say it as a present term. We have an advocate that let that shine through for all of us to be able to witness and be a part of.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
And then there's
So,
Ryan. No,
And then there's
thank you
Ryan.
for the
Yeah.
kind
Yep.
words, Fat Ninja.
no, man. I'm just speaking. Like I said before, transparency, integrity, and humility. You, you know, I take that from Tasha. Like, hey, this is what you get with Tasha. That's it. There's no sugarcoated it. You either take it or leave it. So, like, how you see me on camera, that's how I am off camera. I'm a sarcastic a-hole. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But, at least you know what you're getting with me. There's no like, oh my goodness, I didn't know Ninja acted that way off camera. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. No, it's the same guy. It doesn't change. And anybody with half a brain that views your show enough, they will be able to see right through if you're being disingenuous. So let's not even go that route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the same way here, and
Okay.
in life. Just that
Thank you,
in
Ryan.
real life, I'm a little bit more trucker, sailor vocab that I kind of keep a little bit of filter on here. But besides that, I'm the same person here as I am, outside of the internet world. But I just don't. I kind of just filter my language a little bit because, yeah, the F word is one of my favorite words because it can literally go in any effing place in a sentence.
Really? I would have never noticed.
So I try to keep that, my vocab a little bit more filtered, but that's the only difference.
That's another thing, kind of a area I've been kind of looking at is this restriction things and the gray area between. It's funny because I've said this on a panel not too long ago about on Prime and Netflix, and of course there's subscription channels and stuff like this. They'll have different ratings depending on the shows, and some will be 14 plus, some will be 18. But you'll see on a 14, even close up to 18, a 14 plus PG rating, PG 14 plus is still considered to have violence, coarse language, and brief nudity. It might be soft. I'm serious. It's freaking wild. I cannot believe that, when I was a kid, 18 rated R, rated R was like violence, coarse language, and nudity. PG was like, PG. Like, you know what I mean? If a parent seen that it was PG, I was likely a chance that I was sitting with my parents to watch this video, whatever the heck it was. But now, and the reason why I bring that up is because I do notice in different elements of streams that people curse and swear. And whether whether it's right or wrong, I think with YouTube, if you validate the video to be an 18 plus video, but it's still open for people to come in, that covers your grounds. But again, I ask, if you're going to build a community based around a channel, do you have to filter it? If you're naturally a trucker, got a trucker mouth, I mean, think about the difference of the entertainment in the stream if you start obtaining people with trucker mouths and you guys start talking back and forth. Like, it's going to get pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying get crazy, obviously, but you see what I mean?
I know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to sit back and hear some trucker stuff, trucker talk. It could be funny,
Trust me, this trucker definitely has some stories.
Can you imagine me and you in the
do.
truck?
I know you do. So, like, we could have like one evening a Thursday night trucker story where for an hour, or half an hour before you open the panel, you could tell us a story of your historic stories of truckers' experiences going down the long trails and long roads. Might be funny. I don't know.
Yes, I've never ended up in a cornfield. I can tell you. in the wrong place.
Hey, I still be down to listen to those stories.
I was going to say, Tasha, can you imagine me and you on the CB radio?
Yeah, exactly.
Cussing like a sailor.
Go. There's a show kind of thing, a concept, the CB. What do you call it? Radio. CB radio talk.
Well, just to throw this in there, you know what my definition of each letter for the word "with" stands for? Well, there's two different ones. One is swing wide as a fucking trailer, and two, sure wish they finished training. hence why they end up in cornfields and taking down telephone poles and people's driveways.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm more. I guess the stories of on the road is good, but there's the stories when you do the truck stops. Those stories get deep, do they not? The truck stops, the resting time, the wait time in the parking lots.
I've had some deep conversation with some older truck drivers, like back in the day, like how stuff used to be, and with they used to call them the bears instead of cops. Well, even now they're still called bears. The bear median, But yeah, a lot of the older truck drivers, they had some good stories.
Oh yeah, down at the crossroads.
Yeah.
I got some packing to do today. I got to take my dog to my brother's. Going out of
Doing that
town.
today, Elliot?
I got to pack some stuff, get that ready. And my suitcase is too large, my daughter said. It's too big. We're heading out early in the morning to Memphis, Tennessee.
It's been a year since I've been in Memphis. I love Memphis.
I hadn't been there since 79.
Oh my gosh, I was only 1 then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've had a great time up today. Again, from last night going into today, I got to say the streams, the conversations, the inspirational type of topics that have been carrying on now, that seems to be, it's really good. And I'm seeing it start to fluctuate through the community, which is awesome. I think keep it up. And anybody who, just because we talked about this on our channel, especially in regards to Shane, doesn't mean that it's not a relative. If it's something personal to you, don't be afraid to do it on yours as well. Do you know what I'm saying? The buzz, the spread. Because just because it's been here doesn't mean 15, 20, or 30 other people, they're on a different platform, right? Or a different person's channel. And I know that Shane has had quite an abundance of people that I know would love to have a way to, have a part and say, or any part of this. So, without making it a limelight, you know what I mean? I definitely would love to see him come back, man. Like this is the first time I've heard about it, period. And you know me, Tasha, like I know I've seen the pattern. Don't get me wrong, sweetheart. I've seen things and made my own perception to see, and I wanted to reach out to him. Matter of fact, we have since the T-shirt situation, but I didn't foresee this. I didn't foresee him completely deleting everything, and it hurts because do you remember Carpin? Do you remember Carpin?
Yep.
Tasha, remember? He's another person. I spent time to get to know, and he deleted everything. He's gone. I mean, he's completely off the planet of the earth. I got his sticker on my guitar, and we were buddies. We were hanging out every night on panels and stuff, and I have no idea. I don't know. So it's a big dent every time you kind of lose somebody that's close to you like that. It just kind of sets you back. And so for me, like, this is the first time I learned about it. Once I sat down with my coffee and Ryan was, going through the people to hear what they talked about, I'm like, oh, please don't tell me this. I know. And sure enough, yes, it is. And I'm like, man.
I know you're not the only one, which I only found out through Tasha this morning.
I thought maybe he was taking a rest because of health or something. When Tasha said that she was taking the morning show, I seen her make a comment in the chat with last night when I was on a panel, and me and Judy talked about it. And I'm like, well, Tasha's taking the morning show. I think that might be a better slot for her, with being able to connect with her subscribers, right? And I thought it was cool. But then we started thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, what's going on with Shane then?
I kind of thought he was going to do this.
I thought, I'm thinking that I thought he was supporting this and moving this onto Tasha's channel because he was coming close to being monetized and stuff like this, right? These are things that people do. They help each other out and move shows off into other channels. And I thought that, and then to this is the first, no, I was completely wrong. Apparently he's gone. And that sucks. So anyways, hopefully he comes back.
Searched for it yesterday. It came right up, and it must have been right as he did it or whatever, because it said this channel no longer exists.
Wow.
So that's how I know that it's gone, like gone.
I was going to say as well.
In the streams, they talk about it,
Right, Elliot, you're the new Shane. Take it easy, Rich. I'm going to have to start messing around with you now.
Thank you. See you later, chat. Thanks, panel. See you later, Fat. Or I'm going to just call you DM, man. I don't know what it is about saying Fat Ninja.
I know. I
just
thought it was
consider
Lance.
ninja.
When we
I
first
don't know
met
what it
him, we
is. I
actually
don't like
thought
calling it. It seems like I'm repulsing him or something, you know?
No.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's up, fat man?
I feel the same way.
But I like.
oh,
What the
he
heck?
just lost power or something.
we're at
My
DEFCON 1 over there at the CFM house over there. No,
He just lost.
Are you there, ladies?
it's cool, that people call me Fat Ninja because like I don't know if I ever told you the origin of my nickname. My mother gave it to me. Because my mother, she had me when she was a lot older. She was like in her early 40s when she had me because she was told that she couldn't have any children. And so she went ahead and adopted my older brother, who was 9 years older than me. Well, then 10 years later, hello, I pop up, and so and I've always been a big guy. I never had that skinny phase, so um, me personally, I never thought I could ever sneak up on anybody because, like I said, I'm a big guy. But my mom hearing was starting to go and all that stuff. So
See you
I
later.
would,
I lost full power, like everything. I lost full power, but my laptop was still going. I apologize.
I know what
Seriously,
I
no.
knew something was up because I heard the amp
Everything
or
went out.
something go off. The mixer.
Yeah,
I knew
I had to
something
flip
was
the
up.
breaker. All right,
Yeah,
cheers.
but-
Thanks so
God,
much,
dude.
everybody.
yeah,
Take care, Rich. Take it easy.
see you, bro.
See you, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
hey, Ryan. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, just real quick. So my mom never heard me when I would just simply just walk up behind her and I would scare the crap out of her. And she was like, "Boy, you sneak up on people like those people in those black pajamas." I'm like, "What? You mean ninjas?" Yeah, those people. I was like, for one, mom, they are ninjas, and I am too dang fat to be a ninja. And then boom, that's how my nickname became Fat Ninja.
That's a wonderful story. Cool story, actually. I like to know about people's nicknames. Lloydies, take it easy. Go on, Elliot. You were going to ask me a question.
What do you think about that Rode Procaster Pro 2? Have you heard about that?
I have heard of it, but when it comes to technology, it's the tech's got to be in front of me so I can play around with it. But I'll do some research for you. What's it called? Put it in private chat.
Oh, okay. Rodecaster Pro 2. It's a new version. It's got those buttons on it where you can do laugh tracks, everything, all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
I know it's a good
like-
product. but
Yeah.
It's
Expensive.
Yeah, $699. It's a audio interface, software, compressor gate, everything in one. I mean, it's just one device.
Well, I was going to say, if you're getting rid of that microphone, I'll swap you for this one. Because that's the one I wanted, but I went for the cheaper version. Because I know
It's got
that's brilliant for
it's even
podcasting.
got a feature, a Bluetooth feature on the console where you can take calls in a live stream.
Yeah,
People
yeah, you
actually
can.
call you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. It's brilliant. I know the one you're talking about now.
It better be for that purpose. It better
So basically, we are.
house.
I thought about selling some of my gear here somewhere and trying to get it in time.
Better put a French maid outfit on and clean the house and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, if it was a woman, that'd be different. Do you know what I mean? I have to say it. Sorry, Tasha. I know it's the morning show.
Goodness.
I know I should keep that for the truck stop tonight. But I will say, and I'm not going to mention his name anymore. Shane, you will be gladly missed. And love you, brother.
Definitely. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this down. We're almost at 3 hours, and I need a nap because I got literally an hour of sleep.
Great seeing you all. You all have a good evening.
Well, have a good trip, Elliot.
Thank you.
Shoot me a text. Let me know that you guys got there okay.
And with your Nightbot, Elliot, you're not in a rush for it, do you? Because I know you're going away now. You do it whenever you're ready and you're awake or something. That's all I was going to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Be
So,
safe, brother.
Everybody in the
Everyone
side
be
chat, have a good evening.
And you
Take
too,
care.
everyone in the chat, thank you very much for being here with Tasha and the rest of us. It's been a great panel. And as you can see in the ticker down below, Great Farm Freelance, aka Shane, has deleted his YouTube channel. Like I said, he'd be greatly missed. And that's all I'm going to say. All the best, all in the chat. Tasha, over to you. Take care, all.
Take
It
care.
is.
All
Good night,
right,
God
guys.
bless.
Guys tonight. Hope everybody has a great day. God bless. Stay safe. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Catch you on the next one.